It is likely appropriate timing to go see how town doing. It's getting a bit colder. Not very fond of it. I like a warmer season. They have gotten away with the burning things. That is good. No more burned things on ground.
Good morning to you.
Oh, hello. How much have I missed since I have been last here? It seems that there's less things that are of burning. That is good.
Yes, very much. People have been working hard. Possibly a bit too hard to get everything set up again.
That is
There's
not.
so much to do, but
that-
having a good time.
That is not fortunate. I hope that they will allow themselves the chance to be resting.
That is certainly what this place is for, actually. If you're ever in need, the Temple of Sloth is now open to you.
Oh, I see. I suppose that would have been nice to know. I have been effectively doing the resting mostly at home, but I think it's because it's the place of relaxing for myself. But I will keep it in mind.
Indeed.
Yes.
Of course. It is most recently opened, actually, so you have not missed much.
That is good to know. It is of much thanks.
Don't jump in here. Remember that thing. Just because it was a month ago doesn't mean I don't remember.
Do you know how to make an apple strudel?
Ophelia, is that like apple pie?
It's... Yes and no.
You know, she's the baker here. I just make the drinks, you know.
Okay. You're the baker now.
I am the baker. Okay.
Congratulations on your promotion.
Is it a promotion?
Look at her. She is the baker now.
Truly, they have
think I
made
should
it
be.
accomplishing in life.
Alright, what are you looking for? I can do drinks.
Let us be seeing. I am curious as to the flavor profile of the Astana tea. I do not believe I have had the tea here before.
Oh, Astana tea is really floral. I've had it before. Like one of those ones that calms you down a lot.
That sounds like exactly the
Plan
sort of
and all
thing
that.
that I would be
How much is
fond
it?
of.
I have money now.
I have no
All right.
idea. I assume whatever's
Astana tea. Got it.
if it has anything on it. Does it have anything on it?
I don't remember how much it is.
Unless it is very small
never paid
writing,
before.
I do not believe it is there.
Do you know how much things cost in here?
Yeah, we could spitball it. Honestly, half the times I walk in here, the employees themselves don't know how much it costs. They just tell me like 5 copper as a default.
5 copper then.
We'll go with that. First bit.
Here we go. Thanks.
Sure.
I'd assume that was also for myself too.
Yeah.
Yes. I see I have
We're great
missed
at
a
this.
bit
We should
since
just leave
the
this place over.
last time that I was here. A lot more things are
We
not
have,
of burning.
We have, quick service. Hey, what are you looking for today, big guy?
Perhaps something.
Hello, Lagor.
Something to liven me up
Hello.
for the morning. I'm feeling a bit exhausted.
You wouldn't have happened to see any like medical people around?
Alright, I'm gonna assume that means something sweet and something caffeinated.
There was someone collapsed outside of town.
I will trust your judgment.
Pretty injured. There is one person who helped them.
I think the espresso will do you well.
It looked like they'd been treated before, but
Perhaps it is my first time hearing of it, so
that way
I'm more than happy to give it a try.
Bring hunting for
I
Dally.
think they came out of that. That was not my
Oh,
cousin. That was the tunnel that sort of.
Busy now. We'll
You
wait.
can probably just, you could probably just leave it on the counter.
What's that?
Bring hunting for
Probably go and take a walk.
What is
She's
that?
holding a Maine Coon out. Maine Coon can outside its tail. It's dead. Very dead. Hunt for you. For crab.
I appreciate that, thank you.
Okay.
Hope it didn't give you too much trouble.
Not anymore.
You,
No more hunting food. Now yours.
yeah, you, want anything to eat or drink from here?
Okay. Apple.
Okay, yeah, we can get you one of the, apple pastries.
Okay. Hello.
You. Okay, here's your espresso, that will be 5 copper.
Give a small satchel around his wrist. So he dishes a couple of copper at it. There you go.
Thank you. Okay.
What a dainty
Yeah, we came up and no one was working the place, so we just decided to open it up ourselves.
Okay. Enjoy, cat. It's been dead for about a week. Bye now.
Yeah. Bye.
This truly smells.
Here, I will get you a second one for free if you can go throw this out somewhere.
Of course, it would be my pleasure. Give me a moment. I'll finish my first, and then I'll take a second.
I was not aware that those were considered food.
Everything's food to someone, I guess. Just,
Fair enough.
Get it out of here before it gets too stinky in here.
Is there a place to be putting the empty cups when they are finished?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
right back here. You can just hand them off to us and...
There you are.
Thank
It is
you.
very pleasant tea. I am of much enjoyment.
Glad to
This is
hear.
wonderful. This is a wonderful beverage. I mean, how can we take a second when I You do an excellent job.
I don't know, like, what race they were. They were like... They had, like, the body of a deer. It was like they were a centaur, but they were like a deer.
Oh.
Centaurs are definitely not common around here. Don't see them in Suno
No.
ever when you read books.
Centaur deer. Deer tar?
One of the stipulations of Tyrion was the fact that I had a guard that wasn't one of their guards. Don't let me meet with Roy otherwise.
Oh, let's see.
That sounds needlessly complicated.
So you need Seri?
They don't. They think for some reason I'm going to do something for Rory, because he was apparently one contracted to kill me. Though he's behind bars, I don't know how that's going to happen. It's
Oh.
I think I have been missing something. What?
When you were gone on the ship, they sent assassins in to try and find us. At least the ones hiding in the back. They jumped me in the library.
I see. I
Plus all
suppose
the
that
new
is.
rules came from this.
That would be the thing that I was missing when I was trying not to die.
Dealing with your own issues, yes.
Yes, it is not much better though. Not even being at home for a while, it's still dark. Don't know why.
I can see if I can help look at that, but I need to. Since his trial is coming up, I have to focus on that for the time being. Short of
Oh yes,
focus.
please get yourself the justice for the one who tries to kill people that I like.
Yes, well, apparently I've changed. I've surprised a lot of people with my opinions.
It is surprising to be upset at person who has been accepting money to end your life. What?
Funny enough, I'm not that upset.
Wait, what
Oh,
are we talking about now?
then how are you feeling? Because I would be
I
upset.
think it's
Confused.
the one fox that came in the town.
Because I'm not upset.
I think a few days before the siege.
Oh, I see. I don't
Well,
think I've
I'll
ever
go
seen
check
that
if
person.
Seri is still over there.
I see.
I'm going to be meeting in the guild, probably with Ava, and setting up the meeting with Rory. So let's have him meet you down.
Alright.
It's more or less the fact of if he's just a mercenary like the rest, what's the difference between what he did for money and what most of our adventurers do for money? Paid to kill something or someone.
Fair enough. Just feel like would be a bit more
I know
is
that's
a bit
kind
more
of the wrong
stipulation
person,
of
but can you check if Seri
is for good cause or not. Mercenary or not can still reject jobs.
the smell of blood.
Depends on what
Shiny
happens.
bunny
Maybe you don't have an option.
stuff.
They're not
Remember, we
Yeah.
had the situation of Elk would mind control people at times. I just
Very
don't
now.
know.
Hello.
I'm going to let you know not to try and
Well, where do you think
hurt
they
that one. Otherwise, you might end up with a shard of glass in your leg.
Probably around.
Yes,
I agree with
I'm not wanting to have glass in leg. Already have enough problems with leg.
Alright, if you see Seri, can you send them
Anyway,
our way?
I'm going to head on over. I'll see you over.
Have you gotten to a point where things calm down enough from rebuilding to
I'll go with Tom at the moment.
help look at something later?
I need to make sure he stays safe.
Yeah, sure. I feel a lot more free now, so.
I've been holding on to something from Adventure a month ago that I would like to understand better because filled with confusion and is also related to why Lake has not fully healed yet.
I see. I mean, I guess I can take a look at it, see if I'll be any less confused, but yeah, sure, I don't mind.
I was gonna say, I have a vial of substance. Flora also has one in case something happened to this one, but ideally try to preserve one I have. Doesn't need to be right now, but is likely point of interest in coming days, especially if there's possible means of figuring out how to heal rest of body.
Great.
No, I can understand why that would be important.
Don't know why we're firing.
But yeah,
Might be interest to all, what is word? Alchemist type.
alchemists.
Yes. So if you see other ones around, let them know I'm wanting potentially multiple opinion on it. We'll say now is strange. Had a feeling of magic in the material, but there was something else there that I cannot even place what it was. It felt different, but was not magic, and that is concerning.
I see. And so, no one did anyone take these weird vials?
No, when I say that, it was something that one of his creature minion things spat at myself, singed half body, and started clinging to leg, and making it incredibly weak, and was pulled off by Flora, and it made their cleansing magic go not cleanse. Water went very dark, so whatever is potent.
But yeah, I can definitely let all the other alchemists know.
If you get a chance, let a couple know, and then can bring by. Can try to get to bottom.
Of course. Yeah, I actually have myself. I have been wanting to speak to you about something, so this would be a good chance.
Okay.
Just
I'm willing to talk now if you want, but I'm going to otherwise look around for other ones I know of, but realistically only two that I remember from that building are standing in front of me now, so I don't know if it's more.
Might as well.
Is
I just can't.
Is Amelia with big hat alchemist? Cannot remember.
Yes, she is.
Okay. We'll see if can find her. I want to see if they would be interested looking also. Thank you.
Of course.
So it would be pertinent to introduce yourself.
Wait. I am forgetting. Are you also alchemist?
Syl was alchemist.
Not sure
Might
what the
know.
meaning of wording, but
Luna. Syl was alchemist, not
Luna. Okay.
not sure if remember much.
Luna,
What
not
need?
from group that went out to place of Elk month ago. Brought back substance from things that attacked. Trying to understand what is, hoping to get opinions of alchemists of that. Was strange as material that was magic, but
Can
also
Take?
Yeah.
Big Luna.
I can bring to his side. Is a weird thing. Was like feeling of magic, but also something else that not magic. Not sure what it would be.
Okay.
Excuse.
Scary. Very desperate.
Just up here will probably be okay. I think there are sitting places up here. This will do.
Okay.
Alright. I don't know for
This
sure.
will be fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you might need to ask
Yeah,
a
that's
DM
right. I might need a.
for what you'd pick
Yeah.
up because I have a bit of knowledge. So she will pull out what she has. She'll pull out a black vial.
Hello.
Well, it's a vial that's filled with a blackish liquid.
Yummy.
I have been informed that it at the time had traces of whatever the stuff that you guys know is in it. So I don't know. She doesn't notice.
James. So Luna is gonna try to be what Sil is, an alchemist. She knows very little, but she's gonna mess with that.
So
we're gonna see.
it's the material that was gotten off of her when she was attacked during the elk mission by those things that were described as being of a similar-ish nature to Vale.
Sticky.
So she's
the
trying to
vial open?
understand what it is. It is closed, but you can. It's a clear vial, so it's a clear. I don't
Can
know.
see
Yes, I would probably recommend not direct touching it when it was in contact with myself. Caused very immense amount of weakening and is still lingering even a month later.
Still weak?
Sounds like someone else's home.
Someone inside? Someone home? Someone's home? Smell. Smell.
She puts her finger in.
Smell. I haven't opened it. Smell.
Oh. It smells like fish. It's because her hands are covered in fish guts.
Contaminated.
I know you like.
Contaminated.
I know you like the hunting thing. Just. I recommend. Don't drink. Don't drink that.
Opened it. I opened it.
You can open it. Just why are you touching?
Can she put her
it?
finger? Are you gonna let her put her finger in her?
The
Grab.
smell of ashen rot and dust begins to fill the room. Smells like old bones.
That is unpleasant.
For the two of you, it smells familiar, but like someone else's home.
Yeah.
But like a home.
Oh goodness. There wasn't any on
Why'd
her
you lick?
finger.
I haven't put anything in my finger. Okay. Now I am.
Are you sure? Good idea to.
Milani turn.
It's slick and slides off your finger, almost frictionless.
Okay.
Okay.
Why are you two touching it? What?
It is like liquid ash. The taste of nothing at all.
Coffee. Just kidding. Sorry.
As the vial is opened, you see that it starts to almost disintegrate.
Oh.
There is very
dying.
little entropy left of it.
I put the thing back on. Almost gone.
Okay, well that is
No. Mine now.
Below you, on the ground in the stone, there's a soft crack. And the stone splits slightly, aging.
Oh.
Oh.
That you. You got on you. Hurt you. That you.
You slowly crack. Like stone.
But I am not stone. So...
Then you
Oh,
break
God.
like branch.
Oh. Okay. I don't like that.
Maybe not good idea to.
Well, that is
Okay,
why
bye now.
trying to have them look at to try to reverse cracking before crack. I would. Do you know what that is? Or well, does Sil or Luna
Do I know what it is?
know what is?
Luna knows what it is. It's a part of a thing from home. It is entropy itself.
It's from home.
For her.
From
Sil doesn't know.
home?
It's from home.
Oh.
Home.
Where is home?
Can't remember. Been a long time since I've been home. Dark place. Scary.
Dark.
You would say it's scary. Dark place.
I am seeing. But is of same. Is from there.
Did you kill this?
No, it tried to kill me. I honestly don't know what happened to it afterwards because was unconscious trying not to die. But one person on group did mention something of recognizing familiarity of things to this home. There were, but they do not look like you. They looked more like a large lizard-like creatures. Did not speak. Was
Sudden
just
chill from behind.
Who, me or?
behind who?
Behind you.
Her.
We can't see your hands.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just confused. Wait, whose character? I'm sorry.
Luna doesn't feel anything.
Okay. You do.
Elisande, there is a sudden cold in the room, rushing in from behind you, as you recall the memories of things.
Okay, Luna. I was showing.
Okay. All I remember is was said it was like Luna, but is not was nothing like Luna or others. It was they did not feel like they had minds of own like you do. Not sure is the best way to describe, but was like were bound.
It looks
Something
like a
fell.
book has fallen from the shelf.
Over here. All right.
Oh.
As you pick up the book, the pages almost disintegrate in your hands. The paper that was once wood deteriorating.
Does it basically like ash in her hands, basically?
Basically turns to ash in her.
Scared. You?
Then
If that is what is happening to anything that came even remotely near, that has been in contact.
just one drop.
Entire leg was covered in that. Like all the way here, and it's only darkened, but it's not dusting.
Not breaking that yet, like branch.
No.
Might be okay.
Further reason why, if I know some of it is gone, not sure how best word for it. Not sure if word gone makes sense, but if there's way to reverse effects.
You want to reverse this?
So we can't go in there.
Reverse it on those who is not natural to it. If is familiar to you and is familiar good for you, not wanting to reverse on you is your own life, but it is not natural for me. Is not meant to be with me. If you wish to keep presence of it with you, however it affect you, that is decision for you. Will not take away from you. If that is worry for reason for wanting to reverse. Reverse for those.
Can look into it.
Have been asking alchemists to gather.
Trust Luna. Luna can figure it out. I know everything about them because I am one. From home.
Would it be okay if we convey what we have just seen to other alchemists, at least, so they are able to be in awareness?
We can tell now.
Okay. It's probably also a good idea to take the thing outside if it is impacting surroundings. Oh dear.
Look for the explosions.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Luna, you would also you would feel the negative emotion rising in her. It is fear.
Oh yeah, she's eating. She's eating.
Yeah. Just confirming for you. If you, I think I see them in building over there. At least see one person. I think he's Amelia with hat.
All right. Okay.
To put it simply,
More? No.
More.
Luna's gonna help. Okay. Hi. I have more?
Not sure if good idea made book turn to dust from across the room.
Very.
Yes, not
yes,
good.
Very useful. Have more?
I mean, there's still some in the bottle.
The magic.
That hurts. Can't take. Home. Home.
Both of you can also feel strong fear, negative emotion right now. She is afraid of what's in there.
Vial of like black liquor, and it smells very familiar to us. Like home.
You smell through the vial.
I've opened it several times. It's all over.
Hello.
And it's on my finger.
Which type of line this time?
You alright?
They want to have opposite effect.
Not sure if it's good or not. I'm looking to find out if it's good. The left, I was gonna say the left leg is visibly darkened, similar shade to what's in the bottle.
About 300 years.
Dying.
I don't know the exact number.
Let's see if I'm gonna do
Yeah,
something.
I
with
don't.
this.
I don't.
I'm gonna do something.
I wish to not be
Not yet
dying.
into
That
this
is
for an fire.
Drop some on the ground.
If die can eat.
Yeah,
But healthy.
what?
Health.
certainly.
Why?
You are for the
Puzzles on the
fuel as well.
ground. And like smoke rises
Not definitely.
into the air,
Uh,
billowing.
Luna, I thought we didn't want to
I haven't
open
done-
that again.
It dripped off finger.
Kaji.
Finger.
Okay,
You see a bird
is it still
flying
closed?
in the window
I'm one of they.
of the cafe.
Told me. At beach.
Oh.
Bird died.
Oh, you are, yes, you are definitely all like Tell and
Right.
Okay.
the others that are around.
What do you have in that vial?
Okay.
Something from Elk's things that he had bound that were being used as living weapons.
When die can eat.
Hello.
You know what? If I do die,
Yes.
sure you can. I don't know why you'd want to, but if I die, you can. Whatever.
Yes,
I.
Okay. Dead bird.
Dead bird eat.
Yes, it is.
Okay. What name?
It means,
Can I have a look at what you have there?
Steel. Sally.
No.
Hi, Ice Steel.
Please,
Hurt me.
All
I'm not
right.
giving it to you.
please do not have them open that more than
I
is
ended,
necessary.
I ended up helping deal with the skeleton.
The creator. We
I
need
believe.
to give it to me.
Okay, listen, don't know
Okay,
what
well,
happened
alchemist.
between you two, but not important right now.
Well,
If you are an alchemist,
Yes.
maybe
No.
can look at, but if not, I prefer not letting people close to it
No name.
if
is not good for
if you will
Yes, that
things that are not from
rather than being given
their
it,
home,
it is,
I think is the best way to describe.
Bird got killed.
Normally,
Why?
most people are given a name. I was given my name.
That
by
is
my
what I'm
parents
trying to
when I was
find
old.
out.
Who gave name?
Because she literally tried to
You're not
eat
dying.
it.
It, when it was
That
created,
is
I was
Why?
given a name
up
when I
for
was
debate.
born.
Why did she eat it?
Like I was given.
No. Why? Bad thing.
Too much
Well,
feathers.
yes,
Gross.
yes, most are.
I would is bad because I
normal
do
to
not
be given
understand
name
what
to,
it is. I do not know if it is going to result
refer to
in
each
death.
other,
If it is not
more
going to
easily.
result in death, might not be bad. But
You
like
fear
to-
what
uh,
you do not understand.
Yes, and well,
when is
there are,
relevant to
nicknames-
direct on
nicknames,
sense
if
of
you
health.
want, as well, which are.
I do not fear
Probably
you,
the
if that is the
You are not
question.
Ravani.
Oh, you are called
Nickname.
the problem.
Yes.
And what did you do to?
Do you know what it is doing then?
Get that, if you care to tell.
Stab Erebos.
Lilani is talking.
Oh. Who is that?
So are you.
Nice man.
It is.
Yes. All bark. Sometimes. Haven't seen today.
If he
Usually
is a
sits
nice
there and
man,
mopes.
why did you stab him?
He said I could. Okay, alchemist.
Well,
Uh,
if he
mm.
said
Gonna
it
be
was
out.
alright,
Right,
then it is all fine.
Tastes like plant.
Just,
Why is it just left on the bench?
I really appreciate
No
it.
problem. I used to do tours for every new person that came into town. A while ago, not more, but you know.
They back here? No. I saw someone in here a moment ago, but they must have stepped out.
There's enough people that it just sort of happens.
Yeah.
Do any of you know where Vale went?
Library.
Library.
Wait, you pointed that way for library. Is
the
there?
door right there? The big door.
If
Oh,
you
there's
go
a-
to that door, you'll see what we're talking about.
Oh, there's a library over here too. Oh, hello. Vale, I think we need to look at it now.
I will get out of your hair.
I had
Uh,
I asked
maybe.
Luna. It's in here. Luna. I asked Luna to help. She recognizes nature of it, and also
Don't get blown up.
we opened it inside of the room that we were talking, and across the room, a book falls off the shelf and immediately starts turning to dust. Also, it made this stone crack when it dripped on the
Oh.
floor. So
It
it's
made a
I
bird crash
see.
into a window.
yeah.
Hmm.
There is did she eat the whole thing, or was that block that was sitting there just a headless bird?
It's a headless bird. She didn't like the feathers. Probably still has one on her lip.
So yes, from what I'm understanding, if is introduced to things or people that are not from the place of which the original bound creatures that he had were from, it doesn't like it, and it is causing
see.
things to like erode away, and that was all in contact with me. Has been in contact with me for a month.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm now very worried.
Yeah, I'm also very worried.
Yes, this is not this is. I am not saying this about you. This is bad for me. I do not want to. I do not want to end up like the book.
Yeah, no, I don't want anyone to end up like the book. So,
But
like, where were those monsters from? And exactly, like,
Monsters?
do you have any?
What? I don't know what they were. I don't think I would call them monsters, but was like felt like I think description that was said was they was like they were mixed like stuck between, like part from your home, part not from your home. If makes sense. Which why was said like did not have mind of their own, like you was more like completely shackled.
Luna has mind.
And so do you. Would you
No,
say you
Luna,
have a mind?
Luna,
Yes.
I have mind.
Luna has
Wait,
a
I'm part
mind.
of Sale's mind too.
Yes, but these
so
things did not seem to have their own. Was just imposed will of another telling them what to do.
Okay, can you fill me in a bit? So it half comes from that.
I
this
don't. The
Luna.
best. The
Dark
best.
place.
They don't know.
Dark place.
All they have told me is it was dark place, but where or how one would even know how to find it is unknown.
I see.
What's this? What's that?
I mean, it's like some, it's probably like a nerve power potion or something.
Gesundheit.
But at the very least, Flora needs to be informed. Be very careful if not keep that other vial of it sealed, and because depending on what is nearby, just simply opening it could cause things to stop.
I see.
I don't think anybody would be so bold as to drink it, other than Lalani, but Lalani seems to be okay.
Okay. Wait, did Layla actually try to drink it?
She stuck her finger into it and then licked it off. And she's not dying, at least to my knowledge.
I see. Alright then.
But yes.
There's nothing wrong with Dark Place. Sometimes. Don't want to go back though. Like it here.
I think the difference being those of the Dark Place are able to handle what comes from there. Those not from
Still is
Dark
handling.
Place. That is true. Then again,
Wait, so
are you
so this
are you made of? Is your body containing same thing as what is in there? Or is different but familiar?
Different but familiar? Maybe? Luna's been gone for so long, Luna doesn't remember much.
I see.
Been gone for 300 years. Syl is old. Old moon. Moon elf. That's what Syl is. She's old.
How long have you known Syl?
Been with Syl 200 years. Finally able to take advantage. Get to be in control.
I see. I am not going to pretend to understand the nature of such a relationship. It's not really my place to do so. But I am not certain that there is... I do not believe there is a mind within the bottle. So it's not... I don't think it is similar situation to...
Because you got
the
rid of
two
it?
of you.
Yeah.
I don't think that is how I would put it. I don't think there was one present there to begin with. However, it is not being of compatible with me. Otherwise would not be, well,
Give blood.
resulting in what?
What?
You give blood.
Oh, do you have a shop thing to...
Damn, take her to dinner first.
For the record, it is green.
Hey,
you need anything? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any of those like plants that people crush up to make like orange dye?
I'm not, do you think we have any of that? I'm not too sure.
Or, you know, just any like
you might want to
plants
tell
that
Ames
do,
that I'm
like are
opening
used
this
for
again.
like dye colors.
Oh god.
Opening the
I
bottle.
think,
The
I
vial.
can get
Yeah,
some.
the vial with the black liquor.
fuck.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
cool.
Ah, that's not a good sign.
He's more knowledgeable about dyes and
And
stuff
putting it in the
than I am.
blood.
Note to everybody in the
Gotcha.
room, there is a strong
What other colors
scent
you got?
of
See a bright
ash
orange
and rot
flower
that
in
just
middle
fills the
of
room.
red.
The
You
bottle
can
got
use this
opened.
flower.
Oh,
Got
the
red.
vial open?
Black smoke
No.
begins to coalesce
Mix of
along the
purple.
ceiling.
I put it with the blood, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. You know,
Are you sure this is
do
a good
take, like,
idea?
we'll take some of each.
Wait, did they?
Okay.
I
Seen
d-
Syl
they
do
just
before.
make-
Merges.
Oh.
Becomes a black ichor of itself.
is that
What's happening to you?
that?
Wait, what?
Um,
Eagle.
So
scoop it
how
out.
much is that gonna be?
Oh, you can have it. I have a lot.
It's slick and runs
Oh.
between your fingers, dripping
Shit, I'm not gonna
onto
argue the free
table.
stuff, thanks.
oh.
All right.
But I had
Light
it over
drips
this,
on
so
the
it
fabric.
should be dripping
Oh,
in
okay.
here. Okay, yeah.
If I remember correctly, you just need to like crush this stuff up with water and then like.
That's
It looks like liquid ash.
that's sort of. It looks similar to that when it was completely coating my.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, they're eating it? Okay.
I stopped questioning it. That was what was completely coating me, and only was able to be pulled off after Flora used their cleansing water magic. But as they did that, it made the cleansing water not cleansing. It turned it into
I see.
that, and mixing it with the blood seems to have made it go back to pretty much exactly what it looked like
Your
before.
blood is becoming ichor.
I don't.
Ikra.
That's not a good thing, right? That's that's
Uh,
not what
I
blood
mean-
is supposed to do.
You
I mean, as long as it's not in like your bloodstream, right? They should be fine.
and
I
you
mean,
wanted to have opposite effect.
Yes, I would
Luna
prefer-
doesn't know how to opposite effect, but wanted to show you what was happening.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you
Guess that's
know of the
useful.
properties of the... What do you know of how, I guess, things reminiscent of home to you act does not feel like magic, is something else?
Hungry.
Hungry?
Dark blood. Here is better. Lots to eat.
So what exactly are they? Because like you mentioned that there might be other people that like are
They
similar to
are.
them
They
as well.
are. They. I
They.
don't. kn-
They.
I don't know. I don't. The only word I think anyone has ever really agreed on is just they. For describing those like Luna. Is there a name for Luna and people like Luna?
Don't have name.
I see.
Luna was given to me by a man with dark black hair. Not that one. Other man. Not Otto either.
I see.
Erebos?
Yes, he appears. He appeared.
I see.
Well, if it's not based on magic, is based on hunger? Is correct? Is hunger?
Yes.
Hunger for
Hungry.
what? What makes hunger go away?
One fool.
What makes you full?
One fool.
So we just have to eat, I guess. I mean, that makes sense.
Well, yes, but it's readily apparent that I don't
Food is
think
good.
is...
Food is good, but you are better.
I'm sorry?
You
What?
are better.
So you eat people, and
No, not eat people.
No.
uh,
Are
If
you...
8 people,
Wait.
you already be eaten.
Are you eating right now?
Very.
Is it... presence of... Okay, is there a time when you are near people when you are not able to eat? Like, is there a specific thing?
Beach. Meh.
What happened at the beach? I wasn't there.
I mean, nothing really. It was just like, people relaxing and stuff. I heard that like Otto had caused like a commotion or whatever with like his like room that turns people small and big, but
Relax. I am visibly not relaxed right
is it
now. Is it negativity?
is it when like
Because if that is it, I am feeling very not great right now, but that's mostly because of the fact I am worried that might be... that there might be something happening inside the body that I am not wanting to have happen. That is very much not good for my...
Yeah.
That's not very good for my, existing... Yes.
Well, it is useful to know that it turns into like this ichor when it comes in contact with blood.
I mean, it originally was... It was originally being spat out like like almost like a venom of sort from the mouths of the things that were spreading it, but I think nobody else really got exposed to it same
Bright,
degree.
bright green. Usually, you're bright. This dark place makes less bright.
So
Makes. Makes. Ah, garlic. Opening it again, baby. Let's go.
So,
You're literally talking to an idiot. Anyways, as it touches the garlic, it turns to ash. Starts to decay. You.
More black smoke fills the room.
I'm just breathing it in.
I think I get
Well,
the general
your hair feels a little bit itchy.
idea.
you don't want this smoke getting everywhere.
Yeah, I think the
Scratch the top of your head. Strands of hair fall out into your hands. Chunks of hair falling out.
Okay. Okay, my hair's starting to fall out now. Just a little bit.
yeah, just proximity to that.
You get it now?
Yes, and
What it's doing?
yes, it is is
Among the clumps of hair that you've pulled out of your head are grey hairs. You've never seen grey hairs before.
So then how would one introduce reduce or reverse the entropy if that is what that is?
I don't know.
I see.
You start to feel unwell the more
This
you spend in here.
is something they would probably never see before. This could take ages to make something
Well, just to check you are an elf, right?
Yeah, I'm an elf.
You'll be
work.
fine.
I'm a half elf.
Half elf.
If I were you,
Still long-lived.
Okay.
keep trying.
Wait, actually, wait, is the smoke
trying.
still like in the room?
I breathed half of it in, so.
She's hotboxing the
There-
room.
There's basically smoke along the top of the ceiling. And each time she
Okay.
puts ingredients in, there's another puff.
Okay, can I go?
Oh, by the way, I put a clove of garlic in. That's what I
I'm gonna start-
decayed.
Shrivels and decays.
I'm gonna start
almost
opening the
instantly.
windows.
Oh yeah. Oh my.
Open up the windows and more birds are gonna die. And the flowers are gonna decay.
It's better than us dying. So
Could eat.
It has room to disperse, I think, is what the. So. You said keep.
Good idea not for
keep-
you to have this anymore.
Keep trying. Keep trying what?
Mm.
okay, I do just want to point out that like maybe this is obvious to you guys, but like as we're breathing this smoke in, maybe not them, but like at least for us, this is like I think this is aging us. Like my hair's
Gray
like
hair.
the hair that's
Aging.
falling out is like grey.
Wait,
I
become
don't.
old.
I don't know if it. They haven't described anything happening to me, and I've been around it the longest. So.
Well, I think.
Could
Well,
ask. by
I
the way.
noticed Kai
Yeah,
was
I
like.
know. Well,
I know.
they're out there,
Mhm.
and we're here.
See, I noticed Kai looked like he was getting a bit sickly, and he's a human. I'm assuming you're long-lived. I'm a half-elf.
I don't know at this point.
Still is all elf. Moon elf.
Luna,
Mm.
the only way to understand it to same degree that say you would is to be able to understand it better. Can't do that without it there. And it's...
If you don't want it to spread, get rid of Lake.
The smoke gets out. If they open that vial anymore, and
I'll
you see
think
a bunch
about
of
that,
smoke in
but
the
can I
room,
please have that
I
back?
have opened the windows.
Oh, yeah, you disintegrated the birds. Open the window. Open the window.
This is one of Luna.
I've
It
got
is
the
not.
windows open, okay?
It is. It is not you, though.
Please. A bird flew into the window and disintegrated.
Okay, let's everyone get out of this room right now. I'm gonna come with you.
Yeah.
It's not good to be in here.
Well, no. The bird, not really. What the fuck are
You are you.
doing right now?
That is okay.
Okay, how you...
I do not hold ill will towards you. I hold ill will towards Elk, who might been forcing others like you to not be able to be themselves.
Elk ripped me out. Luna got free. And found Sil. Attached.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, it seems basically it causes things to age faster. I guess it's something about entropy or whatever. So definitely want to avoid breathing the smoke.
Elusive. If you're still
We'll try and
Okay.
stop that getting released.
That's
I guess we know what it is
I've
now.
been around it for a while.
So
Has it
I
been
mean,
doing anything?
Very
Obviously,
long-lived,
from
correct?
the. Good fucking question. I don't know how long
There's a lot
dryads
in
are
her.
supposed to live.
20 years, I assume, means long lived, so I think you'll be okay, but aside from a general sense of fatigue and disgust.
Well, I mean, remember that stuff was like on and trying to absorb into her bodies.
Is the tree decaying?
Well, you can react appropriately now that you know what it does.
Okay.
Hello, Tom. Seen Snowbell? Looking for her.
Okay, well,
If I can know what it is, and I can tell you all, it's not magical in nature at all. I checked it.
they.
If you didn't know that already.
She has said that it is effectively
Sorry.
entropy.
Mm.
It's not magic, just disorder.
Yeah, like me and Kai were both standing in the
to
smoke,
just-
and it was affecting him a lot more. And he's a human. I'm a half-elf.
Yes.
I'm much longer lived than he is.
Have any of you seen Flora?
Is it
Because they
reversible?
should That is what I'd like to know.
Gray hair.
I have not seen
Okay,
Flora.
because I think she should probably know what she has on her person right now.
If you'd like, I can leave. I am not the best standing if I'm standing around here.
He's going to actually, now that I think about it, he's actually going to have to work through me on that now that I think about it.
Flora,
Questions.
do you still
One
have
second,
that?
this is important.
No, this is very important. Yes. Do you still have that
Okay.
that other vial from the stuff that you pulled off of my leg?
Yes.
Do not open that unless you have to, because just
What the fuck is that?
the fumes from
Stinky.
the fumes from it cause things in the vicinity to just begin to decay. Just the fumes of it.
Then,
Like,
Gru, what the fuck did you
like
eat to secrete
plants?
that?
I didn't eat
Plant
it. It was
stuff,
those
like my
things that those
skin?
the creatures that were like spitting stuff at people.
Oh, that was spit. Shit.
Yeah, that was from
Okay,
that was
I'll
from
keep
the
that in mind.
creatures. Yes.
I would not
What does it
let
smell
Otto
like?
have that, actually. Now,
Do-
actually, do you
for
want
the
that?
you
No,
know what?
do you want it? Because he will
You
be
know what?
leaving. He's gonna be moving in with me.
You know what? Yes, I'll take it off your hands so Otto doesn't
Come
do something
on.
stupid with
I
it.
can. Oh shit! He escaped. I'll get you,
Yeah,
and you
might
answer
be
my
my
bird
fault.
questions. Okay, come on.
Listen,
you
I-
also gonna meet Big Bad Boss.
Who? What?
What?
Is Big Bad Boss nice? Anyways, I am sorry for
I find it
interrupt.
funnier if I am just silent.
I am sorry for the interrupting of you, but I felt it was probably important to let you know of the danger of the bottle that was in or on your person. Or belongings.
Oh, don't worry. I was just bothering him about questions about birds. Or I was going to. I'll still do it.
Alright,
time to prepare. Okay.
But yes, is probably
Big
good
Bad
idea.
Boss.
Aw, they are so cute.
Yes, sometimes I let them go out of their pots so they can go hunting for mice on the night.
That I did not know that they were able to do. Where did you find?
Yes,
where
they
did you?
couldn't leave their pot.
Where did you find them?
I used to be in a academy for a short while, and
Hmm.
they gifted me a random seed, and I just kind of grew it, and he just kind of developed, and I called him Big Bag Boss.
I see. They remind me of some of the friends from home in a way. Similar amounts of teeth.
They're good for keeping pests.
Yes, but
They are still growing. Here we go. Careful.
yes, all I know is if more of this stuff turns up besides what was removed from me, be very wary, because whatever it is, unless it's like those we need to come up with a name for their people, because all we have is they. If it's not like them, then it makes them decay. But they seem fine around it. They say from wherever
Who is
they people like Lelani, Tel, Luna, those people, they is what I was told.
I have a proposal. We call them the guys.
But they are all women.
So,
You know what? You can be the one to propose that to them. If they accept it, then they are the guys.
I am annoying enough that I may as well do it.
You know what? More power to you. Sorry for the interruption. Probably
Don't
probably
worry
for
about it.
best. What is this?
Annoy him.
Alright. Have fun doing the annoying.
I've got to go back to this situation, whatever this is.
Yes. Take your time.
Well, okay, good news. I have recovered the other vial of it, so there is not somewhere where Otto lives, which means he will not do something stupid with it. Like I feel like he probably would if he was still there.
Did we take in a harbor master?
Okay,
I'm
I
not
think
going to
from
open
now on.
it. Yeah, no, it's staying sealed.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
very important, we probably look at it because
What does Gwyn look like? Remind me. It's been a while.
I don't know what's going on inside of me anymore, and that concerns me because I like being understanding of what is going on.
No, I understand. I think there may be moments when we need to open it, but
Yes. Well,
I think there.
the other
There-
thing is just the more it just being open on its own causes some of it to just fade. So it's also a matter of just the more we open it, the less there will be of it, and this is all we have.
Yes, I think yes.
No way
Yes,
to
yes,
know
yes.
how to find more of it because
right.
well,
Okay, Gwen.
well,
Gwen.
I mean,
We
I
need
do
to
have
find
one
Gwen
idea.
so I can tell her
However,
about
it
the
is not
meeting.
one I want to do because that will almost assuredly
Mm.
cause some people to be very aggressive and angry, and
Come get us. I think the only
overall
position
not
we
good
didn't
for
fill
anybody
was
involved.
agriculture then.
I see. Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
we were thinking
whenever
of
we do have to
appointing
open it, all we need to do. Well, not all,
Excuse
but
me, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
and also
Um,
probably not somewhere that's enclosed.
We have a
Yes.
new wanderer coming
yeah,
to town.
somewhere like
He's,
open space, not enclosed.
Yeah.
If
so I thought I might introduce
If
him to you.
if Kai is alright, he has air magic, so we could like potentially stop it from spreading.
Nonsense.
Hi,
We're always happy to have new people here. My name is Violet. I'm the mayor of Leefside. Can I ask what
do you need
you're
a potion or
traveling through for, or?
Just a wandering woodsman, just happened to call at your gates and...
Oh, you think Kai needs? Yeah, we know about Kai.
Well, I hope Leefside can meet your needs, sir. What was it? Your name again? Sorry.
Kicks or Kixeldan. Either one.
Alright.
I think it's how it's the worst part of it. Smelling
Oh
like
my
shit.
God.
Had the best reaction to it all fucking day.
I heard what you've been messing with your little vial.
Yeah. That has been untreated for a month, and I am surprised I still have the leg.
His face is like half burnt off.
If it's anything like Kai, it seems like the effect, once it's removed, stops.
But he's gone before that, we need a medic.
But if exposed to it long enough, it seems to happen with the bird, it will kill.
That the thing is that
somewhere
there was it was completely coating. It is very likely some of it could have absorbed in somewhere.
So, we've accidentally kind of caused a commotion here.
How did they go about extracting it?
Flora used water magic to pull it off with cleansing, but as they did that, it actively corrupted the magic until they couldn't cast it anymore, but it was all removed by then. So the overall material is the original substance mixed with what was supposed to be cleansing waters.
When we open it, smoke comes out of it, and whatever comes in contact with this smoke
eats life. It eats mana? An all-consuming thing, whatever it is.
We're gonna be very.
I mean, it's
hunger.
I mean, if it put on stone, it caused it to crack and break down.
Okay,
so I'm not sure if it is just simply mana. Luna called it entropy, is what they referred to the effect as.
Elisande, like, heal her injuries. We don't want anything bad happen to her.
That usually
We're
means
gonna be very
absorbing.
careful about opening it.
So it's absorbing, which makes me wonder, because I thought it was living. Is it living? Whatever you had in that bottle might have been a living thing.
Then, oh my god, that means that the bigger creatures were spitting living bits of themselves.
I need to figure out about these creatures. I've only heard details, and I've only heard monsters. What
Is this a risk of an epidemic?
I don't think it is. If it's the fact that Elisande has been here for a month with it, and it has not spread out to him,
To
I
be
don't think
fair,
it's worth of spreading.
I have visited minimally over the past month because after being brought back from brink of death, had effectively set root in the Vale and not really woken up for except maybe once or twice in that whole time. I have been away. The only presence of this in the town was the other vial that was inside of Flora's home, but that had been sealed the whole time, and is now in my person because I don't want it anywhere near Otto, because Otto will probably do something stupid with it.
Keep it away from Otto. Yes. So I'm guessing they used your vial.
Yes, there's still some of it left, but we have the other bit. But both of them came from me. It was just enough for 2 vials worth of eat.
Keep it contained, keep it safe, because I think as long as it's sealed, it'll be fine.
Yes, even
But
exposed to
living-
the air, it started to fade. And as it faded,
Luna said-
other things started fading also.
Yeah. Didn't Luna say that it didn't have like a mind? So I don't think it's living necessarily.
Doesn't mean it needs a mind to live.
If
Bacteria
introduced,
don't
well,
have minds.
they introduced it to my blood, and it caused it to change nature a bit. Could be a matter
Yeah.
of if it is exposed to something that it can latch onto it.
Blood.
Oh.
I'm holding the mortal. With your blood in it, so.
Well, it's right there. Is it still smoking?
That's actually normal for
No.
him.
Okay. Well, it turned into that when mixed with the blood. I don't know property-wise if it changed, but it's one of those things where
Anyway, you
it's,
can play a test on it. I wouldn't dare touch that with the bare hands.
Well, when
Not with mine.
well-
You seem fine and not affected by it.
Well, she
Yeah.
put
But I don't know.
she put a bulb of garlic into it, and it immediately ashed.
Fresh garlic blood.
Mm-hmm. So,
Could use for pasta.
Yummy.
Pretty much.
Yes,
what
you
we
can
know
have
so
that.
far,
Next.
You know what?
at the very least,
Let me know how that goes.
we know that it-
sounds exotic.
For the time
We
being,
know that
to
it's
keep the vials soothing. Yeah, we found a new problem.
Yes.
we know that it affects
Great.
longer lived
Great.
beings less. Since
You are going to see
how much it
a
is,
How bad of a problem?
longer time
Too bad. No doctor.
to affect us really.
Well, you know,
want to be careful with it around like
within like 2 minutes.
a bird got exposed to the
I'm sorry, what?
A bird got exposed to fumes from the stuff that is in vials that are on my person, just the fumes, and it proceeded to hit window and then rot instantly.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The same.
That's
lovely.
Yeah. You see this? You see this? That's where all of it had been in contact with my leg a month ago. You remember from the manor? That's that same stuff.
He's not gonna die. He's gonna survive. He's not gonna die.
So,
accommodating yourself well.
Hello.
Thomas. What's
Stay,
going on?
do not
You were
move.
just about this tall.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
Okay.
Someone said when this stuff
Thomas.
it cracked
Yes.
and
Also,
I
for
need
whatever
your
reason,
help.
Lalani
Elisande, I don't need
decided.
your help.
Okay, Lalani also ate some of it and seemed perfectly okay, and that just seems on brand for her.
the last time I saw it,
All right. Also, hi, Celine.
with like a ball of dark.
So Leilani is another one of these lay then.
As far as I'm aware, there are 3 of them in the town. Luna, Lalani, and Tel.
Ate some?
Drink.
It messed with the stone.
What?
Drink that.
I mean, the smoke should have dissipated. by
I'm
now.
not drinking that. That's my own blood. That's kind of.
And
That sounds lead.
That sounds.
don't you want it back?
Seem to corrupt.
Put it back.
I think
Tell.
I
Put it back where it came from.
I make more blood. I think I can handle being separated with a little bit of it.
I see you got a second boot.
Decay isn't corrupt magic. And decay is
I have 3 now.
and ages.
Besides, it seemed like you enjoyed it more than I
The
did.
stone and made it bread.
Timing. I have a question.
You might like it. It has garlic.
Which was a similar.
I heard that. Fresh garlic blood.
Ball of darkness.
Yes, she is. Like
You could probably put it on bread.
Will die.
Maybe there's some sort of link.
Can you eat?
Maybe not magical neck out of her leg.
I'd rather not.
You need to talk to you.
374.
What is that?
About 374.
You're not feeling any way to
Oh my god. I love
This
it.
is not a drill.
Consider that a word.
Bye bye.
Just don't you dare break down further than whatever you're doing right now.
Yeah, so
Why are they just
I
carrying
witnessed
that
a
around?
bird
You know what? Never
decaying
mind.
at,
I don't.
Like in a minute, 30 times.
I don't.
And
I don't need to
said
know.
something
I'm.
about
Anyways,
stuff. He's older.
you can keep that.
Great.
Is
He might be older.
as thank.
Don't know if it's reversible.
Thank you for helping understand scope of
Yeah, I'm glad you agree.
what is being trying to understand.
Goddamn. Good.
I am
Got my
planning to
armor.
put like a tiny
If
bit
it's
of like
swelled,
cat barrel around him,
swings
like a
well.
leash, like down boy.
Yes.
Stop that shit. Don't
Okay.
make it frozen.
Okay.
Where is he? Do you even know where is he?
Can you?
I want to know how much Oblivious's chat is laughing.
I haven't seen it all morning.
What is that?
Okay, because I need to find.
Fuck. Could always check your job.
Did you just get that?
Well, there's so much I can do.
Very hunter. Good hunter.
I'll see what I can find.
Lalani,
Soul food now is food.
How long has that one been? Because it seemed like the other one had been hunted for a while.
Few days.
No,
I'm good, thank you.
These people suck. Few days. Fresh.
Have you offered it to Tell? Tell might want to drink it.
No, tell wanted you to drink it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm not hungry right now.
I've noticed. It's not hunger. It's not food. It's drink.
I appreciate the gift, though. Thank you.
Drinks can sometimes be food.
I know.
Thank you.
I know.
Bye now.
He shouldn't be continuing. He's no longer exposed to the other.
Is it good?
What happened is what's happened.
Okay, right.
Don't know.
It shouldn't be a fake thing.
Okay.
If he's any of it,
Fall off yet?
No, it's still very much attached. Please do not kick it.
Okay. Let know if come off. We'll eat.
No, I'm pretty sure Tell got the dibs on it, but that was also if I died. But if it separates, it's kind of dead.
Yes, exactly. We'll take legs. She take rest.
Okay, well you might have to share. She kind of called dibs.
It filters it a little bit. Yeah.
It's just more air. It's just cycling intake.
A whole rebuild of a whole entire town is going to cost a pretty.
God, Oblivious's chat has got to be laughing their asses off at this situation.
Money. I've seen Money all over the place, actually. Unfortunately.
I haven't seen Money at all.
Earlier by the docks.
Okay, I need to find her. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm going to stick with you because you said you needed me, and
yes.
I want to get away from.
So right now I need
I need
yes.
to get away from them because they are creeping me out at this point. They keep getting me to try to drink my own blood that was mixed with the stuff, and I don't want to. Because I feel like that would only make it worse.
Probably. Okay, so I need to find money.
Okay.
Once we can go to my house. Just need to know where she is, that's the problem. Last seen at the docks, but that doesn't help because they're not here.
Well, you have to remember Mani is able to fly, and that makes it very hard to narrow down their location because they can literally be anywhere, anytime. Well,
indeed.
They might be out of sight.
Okay. Because we need her for
Is this related to the thing that you are asking my helpfulness with?
Yes.
Have you checked inside the guild hall? Well, I think it's town hall now, but
the former guild hall? Yeah. Let me go.
The building formerly known as guild hall.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
They're in here. They are in here. I told you.
Perfect, Monty. I need your help with something.
Yes. How can I help you?
Forgive me.
Hello.
I have something that I need an item of yours for.
An item of mine.
New into Leefside.
Oh, I was waiting on them to give me a tour.
Oh, okay.
How can I help you with that?
There's another person who has big hat like yours can form big hat club.
Who's that? Because I was about to say.
Really?
Yeah, I need to test the theory. Yes. I need to test the theory, and you're the only thing you have the only item that I potentially need. So I need your help.
Result in destruction of the item?
As far as I'm aware, no. It shouldn't. I don't know for certain, though. I cannot say with 100% certainty. But it should not. Given what I'm trying to do.
Damn right it does.
Okay. Can you hold for a moment? I need to grab somebody and give somebody something, and then I'll grab you.
I'll meet you in the
I
square.
can get it from my house anyway.
I'll meet you in the square.
Oh, square, okay. I will stay with you.
Yes.
Alright, I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
As you can see, I am having a day. I have only been back into town maybe like twice in the last month. And, yes. I have come back and well, I am immediately being put back into a situation of the stressfulness.
I am sorry, Elisande.
I am also sorry for me. I would rather be back in bed having the EP.
You already had the EP though.
No, not the vial.
I could have more.
The mixture of smoke that caused the smoke. Where's that?
Oh, I have no idea.
I think Luna drank it.
What?
Oh, okay.
That idea out the window.
Well, I know what it was made of. You just have to make more of it, and I have everything that is needed right here. Because it.
Reverse it.
We need to reverse it because Kai's still aging.
That's gonna take years to reverse.
In water bombs, we're through.
Yes, we probably have.
But can we at least stop it?
Maybe a few days.
What do you mean stop
What's going on? He's been in.
Stop.
Aging is. I'm being optimistic.
Oh wait, is he still?
When I saw him,
is it still?
When I saw him, he looked about 10 years older with just wrinkles. Now he's balding, like 20 years older.
What?
Okay.
Right. Okay.
That is news. That is news to me.
That's he's balding now. His hair is also graying.
Maybe they should give him a bath. Clean him up so he doesn't have the whatever.
Blind?
Hopefully anything on him.
Oh,
I need to scrub him down.
Okay, I didn't know that. I did not know that was always the case. You know what? Whatever.
If I had known this was what was going to start happening from trying to look into it, I would have left those things sealed in the bottles.
I was unconcerned until I heard the other.
You know, I don't blame you.
The quest for knowledge is frustrating.
Painful.
Yes.
You know what? Actually, that makes sense. He shouldn't even be balding this fast. Normally.
Yes. It is still attached.
Where is he going?
It's not coming off anytime soon. You're going to have to wait.
Okay.
And those are not normal sounds. Poor Kai.
Do not try to accelerate the process.
What's going on at the moment?
It's not going to help.
Oh, already did, right?
I also wish
That's
to
what
talk
Dark.
to you, and he's because I think
I don't want to give that to anyone else, given its side effects.
But you took away from.
Yeah, if you can go disarm it, that'd be great.
I don't want to.
I think he jumped in water.
No, I think I am alive.
So that means that should his ever be removed.
What?
I predict it
Wait.
will just dust him.
What did they do?
It was going to take time, and we never gave him the time.
I don't feel very good, if you understand that.
I am. What?
Get back. Causes good food. Good
He did that
food.
one very well. I think it was amazing.
No, I think there's more than enough to go around.
Okay.
It came.
If I may.
Yes.
No, I haven't actually.
But I think.
Ay.
Thank you for extracting me from that situation. They were trying to take the vials back.
You're welcome.
I mean, here's the thing. It was good that they saw it because that confirms that.
We're going.
Secrets.
No, just talking.
Secrets. Hiding.
This is their own home. They can invite people in.
Yes, this is my
Yes.
home.
You're fine.
It's good that they saw it because they understand what it is, but it is also bad because now they want to have it back, and that's kind of annoying me. Because they clearly don't seem to regard it with the amount of danger it is to people who are not them. And that is a bit of an issue.
They're not used to it, but it seems. My understanding from what they are is the fact that they're not of this, potentially not of this realm.
Yes, that's
rough understanding.
That much has been painfully clear at this point, but what realm is the question?
They're not
Indeed.
magic, I'll tell you that. Because they don't
It's
have
one
a
I've been
scent.
trying to figure out myself.
Potentially has that same hint of entropy, but they also said something weird about them. Well, they said eating people, but not like literally eating them, but they were like eating by being near. They said I was very delicious. And
I've heard
they,
that from Tyrion, apparently.
and then they said that
Yes,
the
they feed off of like emotions or something.
Okay, well they said that the beach was very unpleasant, so I'm guessing nobody was having a bad time.
That would make sense.
Don't mind me asking.
Okay.
Okay, so
In
what?
regards to why I asked you here.
Mm-hmm.
And I would ask kindly, whatever I show you here, you do not speak of this outside of this house. Not until I
Understand what it is. Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
When we went and assaulted Elk's Island and his manor, after Elk was killed, I, let's say, laid claim to a few items of his. Several of them were sheafs of paper, parchment. Not too much valuable information on there. It was more so contracts of trades, slaves, those who have been minds have been bound, but evidently the magic within them faded as soon as Elk died. But there were two other things that I got.
Interesting choice to bring things of his back, but then again, I technically did the same.
One, a tome written by an author about 300 years ago regarding interviews with Dragonkin. I'm currently finishing it, but there's nothing much of note in there unless he absolutely hid something in the back of it, which I don't believe he did.
Who's the author?
This, however, this is perhaps the biggest thing that I took from his house. In her hand, she's holding an ornate tome. Thomas, for you, you would see an arcane runic lock glowing on it.
I could smell the magic off of that. That's sealed, isn't it?
It is. I've had no luck. Arcane locks are mean like that. It was, at one point, shrouded in some kind of magic, but it's been decaying over the past month. I have not touched it since I brought it here and stored it away. As far as I'm aware, it didn't do anything to me.
But it was picked. It was
whatever that magic was.
Understandably magic, though, not this other.
Yes. As far as I'm aware, it was magic, yes. Which is why I asked you here, Elisande, because in the event that something did occur, your assistance in, well, restoring minds might prove handy.
Well, not only that, but I have been working on improving the efficacy of the understanding the magic in the first place. This would be good practice, if needy.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Well, sometimes
Mani, the reason I asked you here.
One moment, just see it. There is traces of stuff on it. I can pick up the scent, almost smoky, which does remind me a bit of Triel's magic. It makes me think dark magic was somewhat imbued on this at some point or another. So it's very
Dark
faint.
magic?
You can just
I'm
so that
sorry,
we're on the
magic
same
is
page.
probably-
You smell magic, like you were able to smell it.
It's been something I've picked up and been trying to hone over the past month. It's
I see.
more or less magic has a scent to me. I'm able to pick up certain things with it.
Does it discern
Don't see
the
anything
difference
scientific.
between different kinds?
Not that I have trained it well enough, no. Right now I could just tell if magic has touched an object. That's about it.
Interesting.
It was something on it, but it has faded a lot. it's very faint, not very strong. That lock, though, still holding pretty well.
Indeed. Which is why I asked you to be here. I posit at least one theory as to how to open this thing without someone much more versed in these locks than I am. This belonged to Elk. Stands to reason that he was the one who cast the lock on it, which means that it should, in theory, open up in his presence. You have the last remaining piece of Elk.
She kind of lifts her eye patch, and it looks like her other eye is just blinking normal, but it makes this horrible squelching noise as it turns her eye. You can see Elk's awful blue eye.
That is disturbing.
What?
Okay.
What the actual
Why?
fuck?
Okay, you know what? That's your reasons. I don't even.
I have been learning
my
so
eye?
many things.
That's
Fair enough.
a different thing entirely. Okay.
Okay, that actually makes more sense.
Gives
it
whole
might be
new
good
meaning
for
to eye
one
for an
running
eye.
man of- So it might work
If you
better
hold
because it has.
this, will it unlock?
I'm not sure. It could be locked with just simple dark magic, something out of my understanding, even necromancy, which I might be able to do something with, or it could just be an eye.
If it does not react, I might be able to analyze the nature of the magical lock. But as for unlocking it is
Seems like a
another
standard
matter.
rune. So that's a question. Are you staring at the wound at the eye?
Yep.
Manny, as you stare at the rune stares back. It's in your mind. But it's not like taking over, it's knocking. It's a
Does it
gentle
seem
knock.
aggressive?
Gentle. Whatever here is weak. It's pretty much waiting for its final command on to either be restored or removed.
Remove it.
What you remove it and the thought crosses your mind. The knocking stops and the rune starts fading. And then you see the latch pop off.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
It seems you're right
you're
on
right.
the exact... I am now curious as to the nature of how that lock worked in the first place, then.
Key to him. That's key to him. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Weird. There was something in my
Indeed.
mind, but it wasn't quite like elk. It was like waiting.
Noth-
It was like something waiting for a command and
Nothing
asking me for
forcing
it.
its way in.
Hmm.
So different from his mind magics.
Working with runes, I've always found out that, at least working with protection, especially working with crystal sources, you have to reach into the item. And at times it feels like it's connecting to you.
She actually like
So-
pops the eye out very easily. She's just sort of holding
okay.
it. It doesn't seem to be connected to anything.
You know,
Okay.
I didn't need to know this and or see this. Oh,
You know,
oh.
that makes a lot more sense.
You know, I am going to be simply
Sort of giggling in
asking...
there and keeping it alive with necromancy.
I am going to be asking maybe
fair
question
enough.
I don't want to know answer to. Can you see out of that eye? Like,
No,
ever?
not really.
Okay, so it's just there
You're
for
just holding on
sake
to it
of
for
being there.
It's a trophy.
Pretty much.
You know, a trophy. People,
Okay.
people think things are a trophy all the time. An eye, though, is new. Just saying, an eye is a new type of trophy. I wasn't
Listen,
expecting people to
Thomas.
take.
It is new meaning to eye for an eye.
Quite literally.
I hate
And
that.
honestly, if she hadn't have taken this, we probably wouldn't have been able to open this damn thing.
Well,
And also, think of it
that
this
lock
way.
looked hard enough.
We've left it closed.
There was a whole thing where people were worried, like, oh, he's going to take over your mind, or he could secretly still be alive. As far as I can tell, if this man is still alive in here, this is a great punishment.
It really is.
Now he gets to watch as he becomes irrelevant.
Make him look at things that are really uncomfortable for him.
Oh yeah, I made him watch Vincent fuck me. Anyway.
Okay.
okay.
I don't need to know. Okay, thanks, Bonnie.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me know about your personal life. I did.
Good choice. I approve. Anyways, let's focus back on this. Let's focus back on this. All right.
If you want, I
gonna
can
open the
try
cover.
leaving the eye here, because I do need to get to a meeting.
I don't think we'll
If you
need
think
it.
this is all... Okay, I will leave it to it, because I do not know much about runes, but if you start looking into this further, you were talking about mines. If you need any help with, I guess, reading or
And,
helping
well-
to repair a mine, I might be able to help as well.
If you feel any sort of weird, like if that suddenly is like long play on his part, do let me know. That was what I have been practicing for so long to counteract directly.
I get it. I've had it looked at. It's not magical. There's nothing attached to it. I can't feel any life in it.
One could be surprised given that he
Seems
was
to just-
dabbling in things that are beyond the magic. He's good for caution.
Seems to just be a simple key now, as far as I can tell. But
It
that's
is
good. I'll leave you guys to it. Good luck.
of appreciation.
If you need anything, I'm around. Happy to help.
Thank you, Manny.
Even if it's macabre. No problem.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Right then.
The question is, what is inside of that now?
Notes. Very well kept notes. And it looks like this wasn't the only book he had either. It's written here there's a number 19 at this number 19 at the top. Stands to reason that there's another 18 of them, but as to where, I have no idea. This was the only one I found.
I'm going to let you know that Bing has been destroying anything that relates to him. Keep that away from his sight. He will burn it.
Oh, I do not intend to share this with him at all, which is why I asked you to not share this, period.
No, he
Well,
let me know point blank when he destroyed one of my other books I was studying from Elk that, well, he does not like that peasant existing.
Well, then
Understood.
hopefully he
I
doesn't
do
learn
not
that Mani has a part of him literally in their face.
That's true.
I agree.
He probably would.
I agree.
Well, I'm going to leave that one to...
There is a knock at the door.
You expecting
Uh,
company?
No.
hide that real quick before you answer
Yep,
the door.
I'm going to right now.
We were just having tea, you know?
Having tea and discussing the finer nature of entropy.
Agent Kai, you know?
Yeah, Kai going bald, me potentially having...
There's some knocking on the door.
We know.
We don't.
Oh, okay.
We are hiding something.
Yes, we are hiding something entirely. Oh, that's funny. Oh.
So, in order to make this a little simpler, Capo gave me a nice little document. I'm just going to read the document.
Are you answering the door?
Oh, you did the door?
I already did.
Oh.
Oh, you did?
Oh, I didn't know you ran out. Never mind.
Yeah,
How
I
the
literally went outside.
How the fuck did you do that? I was looking over there like the whole time. You know, never mind.
I'm
blind,
good at
Ari,
doing
we're
this,
blind.
Ari. Anyways, Capo sent me a document. I'm just going to read the document here as she'll basically just be going through this and
I
making
apologize for the length.
comments. No, you're fine. I love this kind of stuff.
We like lore here. You found two nerds.
Hell yeah.
Anyways,
You can thank
Exactly.
Ames for making it all pity.
Read it.
No,
Hi,
Ames, no.
Ames. Hi, Ames.
Come get out of here.
Hello, that
Hey,
woman.
Well,
Anyways,
before you
Ames
start
did all
reading
pity.
it, just curiosity, who was that and what did they want?
it was the mayor. She wanted to know where Mani was.
Okay.
I told her that she went to go to the meeting. Yeah, I told her she literally just left, and she said she had a meeting to go to. And she's like, "Oh, that's exactly what I needed to hear," and bolted off.
Lovely.
All right. Let's see what's inside this thing. So, as Jasmine goes through the book, if you want to come over a little bit closer, Ari, you can. You both will notice that the notes are neat and well kept. They're written in black ink and basically written like a scientist. Like notes from an alchemist. As Jasmine stated, you'll notice that there's a number 19 on the book. So, Elk was obsessed with trying to defeat entropy and death itself. The focus of this book is on his experiments and studies to this end. A large section of the notes deals with a cult he found in Zool. This was a cult of a dead god. There appear to have been notes associated with the nature of this dead god, but the pages are strangely missing. Every mention of the name of the dead god has been removed or excised from his notes. It seems that Elk became concerned that having a written record of the dead god maybe have been dangerous in some way. His obsession with this cult in Zool and the dead god stems from the goal of the cult, which was to resurrect the god. Elk speculates that if it were possible, and it seemed like it was, perhaps this could be applied to him. That if something happened to him, perhaps his own cult could raise him from the dead. In his notes, he mentions his unwillingness to travel directly to Zool, but doesn't state why. Instead, it appears Elk gains access to some notes from an explorer of Zool, an elven explorer by the name of Baron Lecter, and his books and exploratory notes on the cults of Zool. Lecter calls this group the Cult of Day, or shorthand, as the real name of the cult would mean reproducing the name of the dead god in his notes, at which he was unwilling to do.
Brief pause. Day spelled how?
Yes. D-A-Y.
Okay.
I'll send you a copy of this actually afterwards, Ari.
Yeah, I would like that.
I have it in a Google Doc, so I'm just reading off of that. It seems this is where Elk became aware that reproducing the name of the dead god might be dangerous, and from this point on in Elk's personal notes, he does not name the god. In Baron Lecter's notes, he discusses the afterlife and the search, in quotations, search for the void. According to Lecter, it had driven many other authors and researchers mad, as no evidence was ever found that indicated life after death beyond childish ghost stories that were easily dunked. Lecter likened it to the math magician Torin Ni Herald of Linden, who went insane attempting to find infinity. Instead, Lecter sought out this cult of Day, the cult that had devoted itself to finding their dead god in the afterlife and bringing it here to our realm. He surmised that if this ancient cult persisted in Zool, then perhaps it could lead him past the insanity that had claimed all the researchers of this field. Baron Lecter journals his journey in his notes. He departed Linden and traveled through the deserts of Azimuth until he finally reached Zool. In Zool, he and his hired band of mercenaries essentially killed and tortured their way to the Cult of Day. Lecter appears to have been quite without morals. There are detailed notes of the kind of torture he used. Part of these notes have been highlighted and marked by Elk. Apparently, even Elk found the detailed torture notes from Baron Lecter to be instructive. He seems to have been a fan of the Baron. Lecter details how the Cult of Day believed that they had found a way to open a tear in reality and reach into the endless void to extract out the dead. Lecter notes here begin to reference notes on the planes and research conducted in Suna and Aaron regarding planar research. Lecter surmises that the cultists had actually discovered a means to repeat a connection to the same plane over and over again, something that the researchers of Suna and Aaron thought to be impossible. Lecter compares the rituals used by the researcher of planes, Lilac Emrissa of Suna, to access alternate planes, and the Cult of Day rituals to access this endless void. The key difference is that in the research done in Suna and Aaron, those researchers could reliably access other planes, but it would be a different plane each time, making travel between the planes essentially pointless, as it was never possible to stabilize the connection. Lecter's notes are detailed enough that it appears Elk had decided to repeat the Cult of Day rituals. Elk was hopeful that Lecter was incorrect and that this endless void was indeed the afterlife. Elk experimented over and over, creating countless tears in reality and pulling through entities. These entities he put into golems, into his abominations, and some he left to wander without form. He trapped some and was unable to trap others. From this he came to understand how to trap an entity and essence within the bodies of people. Elk was always disappointed with the result of these entities and concluded that they were not the souls of the dead, but something else entirely. Something native to this endless void. The resulting creatures were pure instinct hunter-killers, with weak enough wills that they could easily be put under Elk's command. The infusing of these lesser, formless creatures also caused rapid transformations in their hosts, resulting in these more monstrous forms. He references other sets of notes here that are not contained within this volume. However, much of his work appears based on the work of Baron Lecter, including some letter of correspondence between Elk and Lecter himself. This appears to have taken Elk's research in a different direction, and he abandoned his attempts to access the endless void and concludes that there is no afterlife. His new research began to focus on the use of bodies as vessels. He renewed his research on marks and taking the minds of others. This seems to be where his interest in the Wardens starts, his search for strong bodies that he could claim. He concludes the volume and talks about this new area of research as the basis for a new volume. The dates here begin to match up with the events in Leefside, and if there was ever a 20th volume, it is not clear, as the 19th volume ends abruptly. You gotta be kidding me.
That was surprisingly more informative than I expected it to be.
Indeed. I'm wondering what was in the other 18 now, to be honest, and if there was a 20th after this.
But that is to
But that
imply
answers a
that
big
this-
question of mine.
This plane that they speak of is a void. Not darkness, but nothingness.
Wait.
Entropy. A void.
That makes sense. That makes sense now. Wait. Look, he talks about the other beings. He talks about putting them into vessels. Much like Tel, Leilani, Luna.
We
Rapid
witnessed,
transformations.
we witnessed
look
the
at Luna.
change of what happened to who was once
But how did
Luna.
Luna get in contact with it? So that's why I don't. Where did Syl get Luna? From what I understood,
Syl
apparently
said
some
they've
of
been
the-
in
some of
contact
them-
with. Luna said they've been connected to Syl for a long time. Which makes you wonder the extent of this.
They've only been.
Let me think about this. Wait.
They've only recently.
There's notes here that he said that.
Taken hold.
Right, but there's also notes here that he left some of them without vessels. What if one of these got out? What if one of them that got out went and found Siluna? Siluna says that she was attacked out on a walk from nowhere.
Yes, and
She told me.
Luna herself said that she broke away from Elk and found Syl.
Right. So, what if that's what happened then?
There's-
Luna found Siluna, took and claimed her as her vessel, as its vessel, which is why.
But that's some without form.
Right.
That's another.
But remember,
key thing.
remember.
Without form.
They also were bound into
nothingness.
vessels.
Do they just not last then? Without a form on this plane?
I don't know.
That begs the question of, did they have a form on that side or did they lose it?
What it is sounding
Or they
like
never
is
have
he's
it?
trying to give form to the very idea of formlessness. Entropy itself is something that is meant to disperse. That trying to put order to entropy is inherently paradoxical.
What I think what happened was At least in terms of Siluna's case. Because she could not remember anything that happened. She said she was out for several days, and when she woke up, her arm had already transformed.
Yes, and
She had inscribed runes of protection onto her arm to slow the transformation, but it was still progressing.
those runes.
And she said it only after arriving here in Leefside that it started to accelerate.
It
Sorry, when
accelerated
the
more,
What if it was
especially with direct intervention
because
from
of the emotions.
emotions, but also
Perhaps.
direct intervention from those
Exactly.
like Otto.
From what I understand, what Otto did scared it, and that's why it acted the way it did.
I also scared it as well because I didn't know what it was. I inadvertently
did
made
I.
a cut on it, and it tried to kill me.
In a sense, I was helping Otto, not knowing what I was dealing with. Though Otto apparently knew this was not a curse, this was something else living or inhabiting.
Yes, and I'm still a little upset that you didn't come to me for that. Or at least you didn't find
If
me
it was-
in time for that. I don't know.
More or less, the fact is he was pushing as Otto does. He has his own time frame, and he runs
know.
everything on his own watch sometimes. And rather than
Something
me
else.
try and find you not be there, I thought at least me and Elisande would be able to figure out whatever it was.
Yes, I
Although
came
we're
in
missing
about
crucial details on that.
part way. My question is then, those vessels that they forced itself into, the things that you and I faced, their attacks
Yeah.
were almost like they were spreading the entropy within themselves, which is what resulted in this. If that is the case,
Right.
is this the precursor to the very same thing that happened to the others? And if so, why is it not
I hope
taken
not.
root to the same degree?
Maybe it doesn't.
Maybe it wasn't an...
Because it's...
Maybe it... Oh, you probably have
Because
an idea,
what
same
I
idea.
saw there was fragments. They were fragments of them. Not whole. So maybe it can't. It's not a full being. But here's something else that I'm thinking back to. I overheard Erebos talking to Tel. He asked her a specific question. What was her home like? And she answered, black, with motes of light.
Void sounds like...
The motes of light is
Right.
not mentioned by Luna, but they said something very similar. That it was pure darkness. No forms, no recognizable being of anything.
So
Shapeless.
then let's posit this. In this void, whatever these beings are, they exist. They exist in this darkness, feeding off of something. Emotion, what? I don't know. Emotion makes sense, but
From
doesn't
the
seem like that's the only thing.
From the sound of it, it is also specific emotion that it seems that they are most drawn to sources of negativity, which, if we were to take that literally, is more entropic in nature. It causes more chaos than its opposite.
Right.
I always thought the situation that this was possibly dark magic of a time, but it's not. It's not even magic at all from what it seems. It's something else. Something beyond anything researched.
Though is practically in an embodiment, somehow giving form, giving something to nothing, which does not make any sense. But that's because we are applying our plane's logic to it, not theirs.
Which we can't.
They don't have forms that they don't need it. But over here they need forms. They don't last without it.
Which would make one wonder if one who requires a form, they've opened ways into that realm to pull things through. What if something from this realm went over there? What would happen to them?
Who knows?
Decay.
Wait.
Decay. They would die.
I remember hearing ramblings of something. Who was it?
Recently?
Talia was talking about something of being in like darkness. And she was gone for a bit, but she said it felt like years.
That was it was the egg. They had...
No, after the egg.
After the egg.
This is news to me. I don't know.
Because they had described something similar when they had tried playing that instrument in the presence of the egg. That they were gone for a short while for our time frame, but to them it was almost like several lifetimes.
What she was saying was something, though. It felt like a place that you hunt or be hunted.
I remember this.
Wait, but that makes sense. If that is the case, that's exactly what the other three do. They hunt.
Hunt or be hunted.
They all
Exactly.
In the book described themselves
We
as...
need a better name for these things, too.
Yes. So far they have only been referring to themselves as they. Which is very...
Because they don't know a name. Because they don't have a name.
They aren't giving
never needed
themselves
it.
a name either, which is the thing. It would be nicer if they gave one to themselves so we know it is one that they identify to. But it's...
Well, that's the thing, though, because we gave the name to Tell, and she just accepted it. She didn't care.
Yes, but that is a name for one, not a name for all.
Even then, they only refer to themselves as they or them. They've always responded collectively, never not separate.
Because it is a vague, formless term for something without form.
Exactly.
Non-identifiable because you cannot identify a singular bit of nothing in a sea of it.
And then there's this cult of Day. Something that's been doing this for who knows how long.
Or at least something of a similar
Smith and
sense.
Zool.
And as...
How much comes out of there?
Where exactly in the world is Zool and Asmuth located? Those are to the west, are
To
they
the
not?
west. To the west of us.
Southwest, yes. But Zool tends to be very... Well, it's not kind to most people who live there.
No. I did not like going there, I'll be quite honest. Not a fun place.
Knowing how hot it is, that's something I don't think you would like, Elisande, I'll be honest.
No, you will not. It is
trust,
unbearable.
oh, trust me, I have no desire to deal with that, although I am not super fond of the coldness either. The Vale is much nicer, it stays about the same temperature all the time.
I have a dumb name to just give them.
Oh?
Anathema.
You could run it by them.
Or avoided.
Why is that the term that you've chosen out of curiosity?
I don't know, it just popped in my head. It popped in my head.
Curious.
Something you could see if they take, but they seem to not have an opinion, that's the interesting.
No. I mean, I'm always open to other ideas. That was just something that just popped in my
All
head.
that I think the main thing is just the fact that they have a... I don't know if the word I would use is a bond or fondness of this place, but it is somewhere that gives them the energy they need to maintain their forms here. For what I am curious about, but would not want to explore, is what happens if they were cut off from a source of, well, entropy. If they do not have entropy, what happens to them? Do they fade like the things in the vial? Or when they have a host, what happens to the host?
I'm almost wondering if... Because we always notice that they still eat regular food.
Do you think they need
They
to?
do.
The host body still needs to, I wonder. If they're living inside of it, it doesn't necessarily mean that the host body is non-existent. The host body still has to exist,
It seems
but they
to-
also have to exist.
It seems to vary
makes sense
to
that
the
they would need
degree
to
of severity because you have Leilani who looks honestly on the outside like a... I use the word normal here.
Normal.
They are not visibly... They are not visibly they. And then you have Tell who is very clearly one from the nature of the horns and the glow upon their body as well as the markings. And Seluna, and now Luna, started in between, but is now more, I would say about 80% of them is they, and the only 20% is...
What if the Lonnie was just too weak? I caught glimpses of Tel, like, training Lonnie to fight, to hunt. Maybe she was just too weak and not able to do so herself.
Well, I mean, think about it though. If they were pulled from this void, what if them being pulled does something to them?
What if
Remember, Leilani doesn't know much of anything. Tel seems to know a lot. Luna is in between.
What I am curious about is if it is not so much any sense of individual nature, but it is how much of this otherness gets brought over, and when it is coalesced into one, that is when it gets a sense of identity. When you give form to the nothingness, that determines its strength. So the reason why the ones that we saw were so weak was because it was smaller amounts that could not amount to the same strength as those that we see here in Leefside.
It does transform. Because we are seeing that happen live. I wish we saw one of the creatures before get something from that, but...
Well, I mean...
When I hear it is
Let's go back to the island, if anything.
Well, we need another pylon for that. And wow,
I mean, the closest thing we have is the, well, effectively the essence from within them that I have on myself. And potentially, if there is any
the one thing I can tell you
long-term effect, I do not know.
At least this confirms one thing. It explains why I can see them. I see their energy. No. They're not a normal spirit. They're spirit-like. But they're not a regular spirit.
You're witnessing the...
I still see that energy from them.
I would almost argue that perhaps what you are seeing is the lack of anything. You are almost seeing the absence of the energy, and in itself gives you something to see. The concept of a negative number. You are seeing the absence of it.
Makes sense.
But we still give it value. We still give it shape, form, identity.
Right. Alright, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of this. Thomas, I'll give that copy to you for safekeeping.
I'll keep it
I could also use, and I could use an arcane lock. If you've got one.
I could look into it. They don't last long. Usually the crystals have to be changed out every once in a while or reinfused.
I only need it for a short while.
If we need somewhere that no one would dare
I'll pay you for your time for that as well.
I could also hide information relevant to this where I make my home in the Vale. Nobody seems to be willing to go there like I do.
I need to keep this for now so I can make the copy.
I mean for later if you are worried about it remaining within the walls of Leefside. For they can follow me into the Vale, but they will lose... They seem to lose their minds being exposed to where I live.
Well, the only worry about that is if we put an object in there, does that also get infused at the Vale? Because that could be a problem.
If it is simply a book. Or
the book I hope would not be an issue.
Yes.
Well, we'll come to that when we get to it.
Not that it happened to the vials while they were there, but that is also because they were sealed. None of the mist seeped into them. Although that would be interesting.
As for your leg, so you keep an eye on it. If it doesn't spread, it might not be an issue.
I have not
If water was
really
using to
kept.
purify it, hopefully pulled it.
I have not kept perfect track of it. I have been effectively mostly sleeping inside the Vale for weeks at a time over the last month. So if I have not really kept track of exactly where it was, but there is still a... It still feels wrong, is the best way I can put it. Like almost in a sense of like it does not feel completely like myself. It's like phantom limb, but the limb is still there. That sense of numbness that comes with it. It is not as weak as it was immediately afterwards, though. While it was in direct contact, there was... I could basically not stand upon it. It was almost as if it might as well not have been there at all.
Maybe it will recover in time then.
We will have to see.
Yeah, but for now, do not breathe a word of this. Especially if Bing finds out.
What of the idea that is volume at least 19 out of a confirmed 19, potentially a 20th if there is more notes beyond that were cut off.
If they were there, then they were back at his manor somewhere. And without being able to go back there, I have no idea. And I'm pretty sure Marvis doesn't want to make another pylon.
Oh, he wants to make many of them, but the materials he's trying to ask is it's going to be too costly to do what he wants.
It's going to be too much,
We're still
so until that, this is all we've got.
I mean, he was here for a time. While it may not be in the obvious location of the former dwelling of theirs, someone like him could very well have left things such as caches under the prison.
The problem is where to look.
The last cache they found was in the guild basement, and it led to an old path, but that's about it.
Yeah.
The path was empty. They went down there, and I went and checked as well, and it's...
If it is something where...
nothing.
If it is left undisturbed, if the magic remains on it... From how much I was able to study it from directly dismantling his spells and his enchantments, if I am able to get...
Might be worth a shot.
If I'm able to finish improving my skill at that art like I have been currently doing, perhaps there might be a way to spread the range of which one could theoretically look for remnants of that exact presence.
Well, if you want to try and look into that, by all means.
I will have to
Maybe it might lead
continue
us somewhere.
the practice. It will likely take another week of time, but it seems like we are out of privacy.
Yeah. But yes, let's not speak of this outside anywhere. If we need to speak about this, let's gather up.
Very well.
And let's make quiet inquiries where we need to. Especially keeping an eye on the other three. Let's see if we can find a better name for them. Because we need a better name.
See if you can get them to pick something.
Oh.
That is...
Oh.
I will leave that question up to you.
You know, that's a coincidence and a half. Hello, you three.
No, Elisande. Are you dead yet?
Luna.
No, I'm not dead.
No, they're asking me. They're waiting for me to
Oh,
die
they
so
still
that
think-
they can eat me.
I didn't think they liked salad. I thought they were meat hunters, but alright. Oh.
John can eat you too?
No. No, thank you. I like my body being as whole as it is. I'm not really food.
Not if you're
I'm
dead.
still living.
But when you're dead.
Well, when I'm dead, I'm usually food for the bugs and the fungus in the ground.
I'm going to just leave that conversation because that is awkward.
A friend. I can find her around.
Vale told us about friends.
Hi.
Hello, is everything alright? Sorry, I kind of got dragged away.
I have a lot that I am trying to think about, let alone understand about the things that I have seen this past month.
Bye bye.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not every day that you see something that just by pure existence around other things causes it to just break down. That is new to me.
It's definitely, yeah, same here.
Why not?
Don't really. I mean, just not a common thing, I guess, you know?
Yes, it is.
I mean, not, I guess, maybe it is for, like, they people, but not here.
No.
I need to go for a walk.
And confused and quite curious.
That is the question, then. How does one hold nothing and yet something at the same time? Curious. This will be what I need to do, where I am at my strongest. My normal self. Away from the prying of those three. Because it's clear that they are trying to interfere or allow something like this to fester. It is not helping. Hi, so I've just been lore dumped very hard by a book regarding the nature of stuff Elk was researching, and trying to this is a bit of a long shot given what's in play here, but she's wanting to work on because she's currently working on improving her mana scanning. She's trying to see what that can even pick up or what it doesn't based off what she know is there from one of the vials, which is sealed. It is not open. She has both of them now. And then kind of compare that inward towards the leg that was affected by them a month ago. I'm not sure what she would be able
What
to
is
detect.
Elisande's understanding of the situation based on the lowdown?
So she now understands that what Elk was effectively doing was replicating these rituals that were being performed by a group called the Cult of Day, some dead god of Zul that they were trying to resurrect, and ended up reaching into other planes in an attempt to find the afterlife, and what they had found was an endless void. That void is what Elk ended up pulling out things from and imparting the essence of that into vessels, i.e. like the creatures that they fought, and by proxy, likely the free in town, one way or another, or that what he had pulled through left empty and without a vessel found their way to them. So she effectively understands that what she is trying to look for is almost trying to identify trying to give identity to nothing, if like identity to the absence of something, if she's able to somehow pick that concept up, understanding that it comes from this other place.
So what experiment is she attempting?
Well, she is basically, with the understanding of what this improved understanding of what that other place actually was, that void, and understanding that it is in essence trying to identify the concept of entropy, that she is trying to see if her mana scanning can identify or otherwise pick up on something that would basically almost highlight that absence, that entropy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if she can detect something like that, then proceed to check her own self to see how worried she should be about the fact that that has been untreated for a month's time, even though most of it got pulled off of her. I think
So
that
she's doing this to the Vale, then.
yes, it is sealed. I will, so it is not it.
Yeah.
So we'll just go ahead and start that fun. And in case it matters, this is light-based magic, so. Feel like I should identify that.
The vial in front of you appears to not even exist. It is like a space between the spaces. It is an emptiness, comma, an ellipsis.
Would you say that it is that in an where it is almost identifiable by that nature of not existing? Like if she were to focus her attention onto like literally anything else, that it would at least feel like something is there?
You can see it as and now that you know that there is a space between spaces to see, and that you are sort of focusing on the lack of it here, you can see it in the absence of everything else. And as you concentrate on it, it begins to fill your mind. A large, endless void of infinity. It goes on forever.
She is going to pull back from that as
an eternal darkness.
Pulling back from that, but then shifting her focus down to the area that was affected by that substance.
Having examined it now, It seems obvious to you that there must be the places between places. But it's like you've never seen the void before. Like you've never really seen the color black until now.
Mm-hmm.
It feels not of this place.
That book might have detailed how they managed to identify that place. Would it be worth understanding that? To understand the nature of what lies beyond the room.
If mana comes from a place, then this comes from a not place. For if there is a place, then there must also not be a place.
These paradoxes are annoying, but it is a paradox by this plane's logic. Question, with what she has done and what she has learned, would that mean that she would effectively now be able to identify the quote presence of this void if she were to ever find it in anything else and know it for what it is?
Yes.
Understood. I think that is
This
enough.
empty void will haunt her in her dream.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. When we sleep, we dream. It can't be any worse than the stuff I do to people whenever they come out to the Vale. I say now.
At least they have dreams. At least the Vale is something.
I'm proud card-carrying member of the FAFO Alliance. Fuck around and find out. I found out a lot. It's time to fuck. That is... I am almost curious to ask how it feels for Jasmine to look at that, because that is discomforting. But how do I ask that without any of those three hovering around me like vultures? I am not sure if they are dismayed by my attempts to understand them. Or if they are circling, waiting for me to die. Hopefully they don't expect me to become one. Develop one like them. I have no interest in being a vessel.
only started recently actually experimenting with my own magic because of reasons. I have like.
I was also thinking about
I'd
trying
say-
to mash. Like any of the berries. Make mash out of
Mm. You have something over at the guardhouse, I know. Or you can ask them to train with you.
There's the god.
You notice I have themes with my characters, and it's not even on purpose.
Tourism department is going to become very useful for our foreign affairs in the future. Keep Leefside popular among
Now I'm of understanding what they meant by librarian moved. They put it into that building over there. Interesting.
Have to go back to hunting monsters personally, but not really
I'm not sure. I guess that's something to ask them
Yes,
themselves.
I know runes. Yeah, I actually have a book. It's in. It's like in I have to get situated in the end, but I have like a book full of runes.
Do not talk.
I see.
There's ways in magic. I will need probably the help of Mani as well. This might
I hear them in there. I do not need them. Hovering around me, waiting for me to perish. It's FAFO, not FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out. FAFO is fuck around and find out. That's what happens when you're an investigative character.
Right, you're right. I don't. It's just me being nervous and things slip, and you know what? Fine. I'm a
Don't be
terrible
nervous.
liar.
Yeah, you are. I can tell it in your voice in like a split second.
Maybe you know me far too well.
No, I just can read people very well.
Hey Star, you missed a massive lore dump. You missed the good shit. But I'll probably post it to the Discord as a mega spoiler. understand why one would go mad. Comprehending something like that is immense. And yet we try to understand the comprehend the incomprehensible. A fool's errand for a fool indeed. And this is why I love Bibis's writing. Because all this shit is, all this awesome stuff is directly formed from the lore that they submitted for the world. I don't know if they wrote it by themselves or if it was like a joint effort between like those who are interested in the character. But yeah. She got them writing chops. We like them. Looking for somebody in particular.
Watching.
Something the matter?
Layla with Otto. He seemed bothered.
I see. Any idea regarding why?
New person try rob him.
Oh, I think I am drawing connection, maybe. I see. Do not mind me. I was up here because it was quiet. Quiet place of contemplation. I think I found the one that I was looking for from afar.
Well,
if that's what you're trying to find out.
I already know half of the equation. All I need to know is what will out.
I would otherwise be curious what he is doing, but he is not of my concerning right now. Unless he too is looking into the mysteries of the void. I saw them go off this way, but perhaps should make sure they are not in my home. Lest I need to extract them. Does not appear to be. That is good. They must have continued on this way. I don't need it for support right now. If only I were more rapid of the getting up to follow them when I saw them from a distance. That would certainly help my endeavors right now. Jasmine, you are very much busyness. Not enough staying still. Okay, well, regardless of who all contributed to writing the lore, they killed it. They did a good job with it, and I'm pogging. I'm pogging into the infinite. Because it is really engaging to touch on this stuff. Just like I hope one day people find out the lore that I wrote for the Vale. And get to engage with that, because I'm very proud of what I wrote there. It's nowhere near as good as this, but it's something. Maybe it was Thomas who I was seeing, but pretty sure it was Jasmine.
Together. We pretty much lived together since as far as I can remember. So, I need to catch up with him.
She could follow my fingers.
Why can't I?
I had tried.
Sorry to pull you out of that. It's just,
It's okay. I don't know what to...
Hello again.
Hello.
They're still having their meetings.
I don't suppose that was you who I heard talking within the new library a bit ago. I went in there.
But then
I poked my head in briefly but then I saw I have been trying to avoid the three of them because they have been acting particularly weird around me after the revelations of what is going on with the leg.
Technically, at the moment, Tel and Luna are in there. Well, they asked if they can stay, and I said the library is open for anyone, so felt right to tell them that they could.
No, it's not that I am saying to kick them out, it's just I am trying to keep my distance.
I understand. It just seems like, well, it just seemed like they wanted a place to hide themselves almost. A lot of intention on this morning.
Well, I mean, they are basically the center focus of a bunch of things that people do not understand happening all at once, so it's likely understandable. Good news. I have made at least one breakthrough regarding my own capabilities, and that is being able to identify the material inside the vial when next to other items. Well, I should say when I tried to do my scanning, it was more like I was able to, as I had almost mentioned at a previous time, identify the lack of something, and in that giving it identity through that. Although I don't recommend doing that for long. It is what is best way to put it?
Draining, I can imagine.
Draining, yes, but is more on the account of is like looking into a pool that has no visible depth, but you can keep looking and looking and looking, and it's very unsettling.
Okay, I meant to drop something off, but I need Ava to let me in. I have to fill in up on a promise who's here.
I see.
I think I will leave it.
But
I
will say that is it is still an improvement in the sense that in a antithetical sort of way it is able to be identified when its quote presence is somewhere, should we ever have need of finding such things again, if there are more remnants of Elkman's work all over the remainder of this continent, which I would not.
I imagine something's elsewhere.
I would not be surprised.
Yes.
Did you get any? Do you know if anything was got from Elk's place? Notes.
Not
I'm aware
not anything that I don't think ended up getting destroyed by Bing. Didn't a lot of stuff that had theoretically belonged to him get burned?
The book I got from one of the casters that attacked the town got burned by Bing. Anything with Elk he has been destroying nonsensely. No matter what reason you can try and bring to him, it doesn't work.
So if you do end up finding anything of his, don't
hide it.
Don't inform too many people, because if he hears about it, he will want it and he will want to break it. I mean, it's not notes, but I brought back the fun goop that causes the decay of everything it touches, including.
Oh, yes, that was a fun. That was absolutely terrific to find out by accident. That's what it does. Oof.
I was specifically asking because I was wondering if anything on the 3 that we have was found.
No, but we learned some stuff from the Icker that you had. That apparently they don't succumb to it.
Yes, they are. If anything, one of them specifically said it felt of home to them. That it was familiar but different in the sense of like the same touch, same place, but it is not them. So it's not like, I would not equate it to blood, I would equate it more to essence. Or as they literally called it, entropy. And if based off my attempts to scan it to try to give identity to this entropy, it appears the same way as what you see when you are trying to look at something in a room with no light. You see nothing, you see no idea of shapes or forms, but in that self it is isolated solely to that area, and by proxy gives it identity. It is identifiable by the fact that it is nothing. Because everything else that makes up our plane is made of something. So to find something that is made of nothing, but given form anyways, is an inherent sign of this void.
How does that work?
The funny part is the only way to explain it.
It is impossible to explain with logic using our own plane because it is not of our plane. Our logic does not apply. It is paradoxical if you try to apply solely this. But if you were to understand the other half of the equation, it makes sense in a way that it does not.
Yes, thank you.
It is a headache.
Ava did agree to give him
But
rations.
it is evident that he was very familiar with the existence of whatever this other place was, which is very limited in understanding because even those that are from it barely can seem to speak of it in any coherent manner. Probably because it is trying to describe what it is like to see to someone who is blind, is my guess.
Yeah.
Coming from the blind. But if you're wondering what they're at, they're
Wait, you're
currently
blind?
taking a hold in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them in the library.
I did not know that. Good to know.
I told them they can stay. As long as they don't just damage anything, they're more than welcome.
Yeah, I was mainly seeing if there was any new information that hadn't gotten to us.
That's about it. That it's to the point of...
I am
they're
trying
not there, but they're not. There, but they're not.
And I'm trying to comprehend it, because it is inherently trying to comprehend the incomprehensible. And that in itself is almost maddening to the point that I understand why the people in service of him probably were mad. If they had any touching of it.
The thing is, we're thinking about the rules that we know and trying to apply our knowledge of, like, the gates and such, but it's probably not that.
I am trying to use the fact that I have part of my body afflicted by exposure to it as almost like a point of reference. I know what I am, I know what I should be. So to find the difference and then try to apply it to that might give more form to formless. That is the idea.
Did you say it infected you?
I am not sure, but it is the best way to describe it is it's where it has lingered, where that darkening is still. It feels numb, as if it is not fully there, not fully me. When it was on me, when it had first exposed, it was almost as if I could not stand on it because it might as well not have been there at all. It was like it was cut off from anything and everything. And it was very weakening to have that happen because it was sapping from the rest that was not in direct contact. I am surprised it did not. I'm surprised it did not decay completely, but I think that is more thanks to Flora than anything else.
And the fact that Kai here has been exposed, and while he's slowly growing his hair back, he will, I understand, be alright. Which means we don't know if you have any lingering, but I guess we'll have to keep an eyes out for that.
I mean, would you like to be bald? I have it still here.
Let's not keep that. Keep that thing far.
I've been bald before.
I know.
It
It is light amount of humor to ease the tension. That is how it works for me.
When I learn bubble magic and put myself in the sphere of don't touch, I will then possibly be fine with it being open near me.
Very well. I will keep that in mind. Practice working on bubbles.
Yeah.
I eagerly await the result.
So hold on to that for now. We might see if we can get a secure spot to store it.
But that said, there is another idea that came to mind, and that is of, well, following nature of how he seemed to act based off of how much I have known of him. While I was there and helping with engagement, I had worked very heavily on dismantling many bits and pieces of his magic, to the point that every person has a style to magic. The more you study it, the more you can almost identify who it is if you have worked with it heavily. It would not be surprising to me if he had left caches throughout the land, maybe even through nearby Leefside, of his work, his notes, whatever that may be, solely on account of being paranoid of keeping it all in one place, even within the confines of his own true home. Not the one here, but the one on the island. So I am working on expanding the efficacy of my magic to sense that, and perhaps we might be able to locate things that were previously hidden from sight, if not here, in the surrounding regions, if we are truly desperate enough to dig up more examples of his depravity. Which, for the record, I am indeed interested in doing that, so I suppose I should not be judging anyone else who would.
Just don't let Bing know what you're doing. That's all I know.
I think I have perfect excuse for doing that because I would like to be able to heal my body, and if he wants to stop me, then I will drag him by ear to my home, and he will be able to enjoy the cool, comforting embrace of the Vale. See how he likes it.
So, would you be able to look now, or is that something that you still develop?
I am working on that still, and to a degree still recovering my strength in the process, as that event a month ago was, well, I almost died. Twice. So it's a matter of both getting my strength back, but also enhancing the efficacy of what I am looking into to be able to more hone in on specifics. And if there is more touch of this void in the process, the studies that I have done today will help me get a bit closer to that, perhaps a bit quicker than I otherwise would have without it. So I will consider this vial of rot a blessing in disguise, even though it is horrid, and it disturbs me that two of them had effectively drank it, one of which was mixed with my blood. They are weird.
I actually forgot about that. They did drink it, didn't they?
Yes. I am...
Wait, the three?
Well, two of the three.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tel ended up drinking any of it, but I know Lalani did and I know Luna did, and both of them are fine. Well, I guess.
Did they have any particular reaction to it?
No. They had no reaction at all, which is likely because it is something that is compatible with their very nature, whatever that nature may be.
I mean, if it was compatible, it still could have done something.
Well, I suppose that would be something you would have to ask them, if you can put up with their sometimes inane manner of speaking. Because they are very...
At least we found that very interesting.
They are very...
at least willing to answer questions for food.
I see.
So that's something you can do.
The problem is that sometimes they are inquisitive to the point of being belligerent.
Yeah, had to deal with them a little bit at least.
Oh, trust me, they have been following me like circling vultures after seeing what is happening, because they are asking me if I am dead yet because they want to eat me. It is quite
that, but I'm wondering if they're more worried if you're going to become one of them.
I don't know if worried is... I was going to say, I don't know if worried is the term I would use. I think, if anything, they would be not feeling bad about that. Because they seem to treat that as something that should not be a problem, not understanding that it is a bit... it is a bit unfair to ask that of, well, the one who is being replaced in the process.
At the very least, it's not a problem to them.
And that is, of course, the crux of the issue, because they are partially unwilling to help because they are seeing it as a reflection of how we feel about them, and while I have insisted it is solely an account of the fact that it is having detrimental effects to myself, which Tell seems to vehemently disagree with, based off the way they have spoken about it. If anything, I'd be afraid that the more that we learn, the more likely they could very well try to sabotage the process because they would prefer that it happens unabated.
Okay.
Do I think they are a threat? No. However, that is a matter of their inherent difference in
They
regard
currently
for
don't
this.
want to be.
There's an Elisande, this might interest you.
Hmm?
Something Tell said. Answering questions, they will take payment in two forms: food, and to take the pain away. Whatever that means.
Take them.
You might wish to ask.
I want to ask, but that would also require me to have to put
did you ask
myself
them, Eva?
before them. And I kind of don't want to right now.
I'm gonna go around, but just be ready, for tonight, and just minor preparation just in case the,
No. Did you ask
the
them
balloon.
about if they got anything from Elks?
Not yet. The meeting hasn't been adjourned yet.
Okay. So
I'm gonna do...
I guess I'll keep an eye on
Sure.
it, but so quickly. She's been looking into a vial of black nothingness, to put it very simply.
Yes.
That's the best way to...
That's something that Kaji brought my attention.
Yes.
That's something that Kaji brought my attention to, and I would rather not have it be carried around if they had the option.
However, I think with her it's going to be the safest for now.
Well, the nice thing is that when it's on my
However-
person or kept in my possession, it is completely out of the town, which is why I got the other vial of it away from the one who took the other one originally when we collected it.
You got it from Luna?
Well, I got the one mine back from Luna, and I got the other one that existed from Flora, who was keeping it in their house because I was afraid that Otter would find it. And I think that speaks enough for itself.
The fact that
Thank
Flo
you,
gave it to
yes.
us willingly was really funny, honestly. I got a good chuckle out of it.
Well, when I described to her what
the
it
point
did
is-
when we opened it, I think that was enough to be like, nope, I don't want this near me at all.
I had a brief
Given-
description of what happened when it was exposed, so yes, keep it as far away from it as possible, and as safe and secure as possible.
Well, nobody likes going into the Vale. It will be in the Vale. With me.
Oh, I guess I have to
so-
visit the Vale now. All of a sudden, there's something so interesting in there for me.
If given time
If
to
you want to
develop,
come in there, I'll
she
take
might
you.
be able to detect any caches of stuff that Elk might have hid around
And that's-
here or elsewhere.
And that is the running theory. I would have to, of course... But that is, of
And
course,
to aid
if
that-
one exists.
I was thinking we might bring her downstairs. If you know what I'm not now, but if you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. No, I get what you're saying.
I mean, maybe now or soon, but I feel like it should be more than just a couple people going down there.
Agreed.
Do I want to know what is being hinted at?
I think it's best to not talk about it out in the open.
Fair enough. However, if that is what you are wanting to request my, shall we say, practice upon, then by all means. I am very much enthusiastic about this endeavor for deeply personal reasons. Also, hello, Jasmine.
Yeah. I think we'll talk with
Eris recently.
Eris, last I saw when I was coming back into town, she was heading out of town. I have not seen her come back in.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we'll we'll speak with Tyrion, see if we can get a small group going tomorrow or the next day. At the very least. Sooner rather than later.
That sounds good.
Oh,
as soon as we
wait.
can get something together.
I think I might potentially understand the nature of what downstairs means. In which case, yes, I very much do want to see that.
I am very much get a well-organized party so that we can be as safe as possible.
But yes, because out of anybody who went to his mansion directly, I am probably the one who understands his workings the best out of anybody after physically dismantling that massive shield of his, given that I had to fight off people killing themselves to re-energize it. It also tried to make me kill myself, but I told it no.
Good. Yeah. Also, Bing has been destroying anything that he finds of Elk, so we need to properly talk with him about that and not let him know about any of this.
I was gonna say, talk about him, but don't talk about him, the specific things, because he might force his way in on things and
talk to him about the fact that he's destroying stuff that might be a very
destroying evidence and
useful.
well, things that could save lives.
So, from my understanding, he's very... I don't know his whole past with Elk, but he seems very scarred by it. That's something he wishes is gone. I understand where his hate is coming from, but it's...
Unfortunately, destroying the history of someone does not destroy the scars that they have left upon the land. It may get it out of his sight, but it will not remove the fact that there are other things there, and that they would not be able to be fixed as readily without someone as depraved as him.
We'll make sure to talk to him at some point about this.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's...
advise caution as far as doing that at the very least.
More or less just
We don't-
talk reason with him, but yeah, don't anger him. The last thing we need is being upset.
Indeed.
Well, yeah. I'll let you take care of your stuff and I'll take your place. Because I think that's about it for now.
Would it be safe to say that such an endeavor regarding the one you were suggesting would be happening sometime likely tomorrow rather than today?
Yeah, probably tomorrow or the next day.
Very well.
Probably best to have Tyrion.
I will.
Or, Tyrion, maybe a couple others that at least talked to about it.
I will make the appropriate preparations, see if I can make any forward progress in the meantime.
Got it.
Hello, Snowbell.
Oh, hi, Elisande.
I hope you have been doing well this past month. I have not gotten a chance to really see you in that time. I have been...
Yeah, I'm good.
Disposed of.
You okay?
As good as I can be. I am dealing
Is
with
there
the...
anything I can help with?
Potentially. I am still trying to understand what may or may not necessarily help, but I am still dealing with a bit of the, shall we say, scars of the efforts from a month ago. If I make
try and help.
If I make some forward progress in understanding what is presently affecting the healing of this leg, if it is something that can be magically aided, I might request you, as I know you are skilled in those arts, yes?
You want some ice? Yeah, I've got a bit of magic healing.
For the time being, I think I'll be fine right now. I'm able to support myself on it, whereas I wasn't able to back then.
Do you not want at least a little bit?
You know, it couldn't hurt. If you are energetic enough to do so, I do not wish to tire you.
Yeah. No, I just passed out from my illness, so I'm good.
Looking at the left,
which one is it?
Looking at this leg, you will see like it is visibly darker than the other one, almost like a splotchy nature to it. Like it's almost like stained.
Have you put cream on it? Any ointments at all?
Not particularly. The only thing that had really been done to it was Flora's cleansing magic back when it had originally happened. So it was exposed to, effectively, pure waters, but I've not put anything directly on it since then, no.
Well, how about that? I'll try out a bit of my healing magic, and if anything, we can go to the clinic and we can try putting some ointments or whatever and see if it helps.
Very well. I would not mind.
Okay. Just extend it out.
It would feel very cold, however, I do not know if it would help or not. I don't know if you want to call someone.
In this case, given it's lightly for flavor, it shouldn't require calling anyone.
Okay.
It will not grow brighter, but you don't see anything like bad happening in response either. It is actually a soothing feeling. If anything, if I had to pick between feeling colder or feeling much warmer, I'd much prefer the cold. I've never been fond of the heat. Although I think probably the reason why is a bit obvious. I've never been fond of it.
You let me know if you want to try some ointments.
I will be sure to inform you, but it actually does help a little bit, at least with the... I know normally ice is usually used to numb things, but it's actually kind of helping take a little bit of the numbness away.
Hi.
Hello.
I heard Kai said that you put the vials away in the Vale for now?
They are somewhat secure where only I know where they are. So.
Okay, that's good.
Somewhere, I would say probably, yes, they are there. Where specifically, I'm not going to say. I'd rather not people go looking for them. Granted, that would require them to go into the Vale on their own, and from the sounds of it, that would probably be more detrimental to them than it would be for me.
A little bit of like
Unless they came with me, because I have been working on something to help make that process easier for people, because then it would be nice for people to visit.
Oh, I see.
That I actually finished shortly before coming back today.
But I'm gonna try and wrangle all the alchemist people and like get them in the apothecary just so we can.
I would say one thing.
It.
B, if we do include Luna in the matter, given that they are very familiar with it, do be careful not letting them get too carried away with the matter, lest they, well, their enthusiasm for it was likely partially due to the fact that it was something that does not harm them any. I don't hold it against them, but I would say that allowing them to directly handle it, given their lack of feeling danger from it, is, well, in itself a danger to everyone else present.
Yeah, of course.
The stuff that caused this to happen to my leg was able to be collected in some vials before we were able to make it back from the island. And when the vial was unsealed, the mere fumes or vapors of the material, as it broke down a bit, caused everything in the vicinity to basically start to decay, even to the point of birds flying up in the air in the sky to come crashing out of the sky and begin to rot.
Yeah.
And that stuff was all over my leg and trying to absorb itself into it. And I am surprised.
You can see my hair's
and
my hair's growing as well.
I was going to say, and based off that, and how rapidly it worked, I'm surprised I still have this leg. Because with how quickly it acted, it by all means shouldn't be here anymore. I still have the vials, and I am trying to make sure that we never need to open them, except for if we have a way to figure out how to, make an antidote for something that is very much not of this plane.
Yeah. We definitely, when we get around to it, we're not gonna like. Obviously, the vials are in the Vale right now, but we're just gonna discuss things, see what options we have and stuff.
If anything, we can at least talk it over. But I would say any definitive actions or matters of trying to investigate or figure out how to reverse the effects of this material should be saved, at minimum, for tomorrow, if not later days.
Yes. No, I agree.
We need proper preparation, and if I can do more analysis on it while it is still sealed, that could potentially help. But otherwise,
that'd be good.
But we will definitely want to have a gathering of any minds that would be helpful to the endeavor and not
But that's from like
the best way I can say is not intentionally or unintentionally antagonistic towards the effort of understanding it.
Oh yeah, no, sure.
No, I agree. I'm trying to like find as many people as I can.
Yes.
I know Amaris has potions, so I've been looking for her, but I haven't seen her.
I was gonna say Amaris, if you haven't got, I think Amelia's been looped in on it. If anything, both Amelias are aware of it now. Both Big Hat Amelia
I see.
God Amelia. And well, you, Kai. I'm not sure who all else is, but there's a if we can, and he is free, including Thomas on the matter, even if he's not an alchemist himself, would probably be wise.
I've spoken to him about it.
Yes. He's been heavily studying the matter with me through his own angle, and has been helpful. But yes.
I see.
If we can't arrange it for tomorrow, we need to set a time because, well, we may not know how much time we have to figure it out for, well, anyone who is exposed to that. I'm not even concerned about myself at this point.
Indeed.
I feel bad for anyone who's exposed to it with like, was it had a shorter lifespan? Like Kai looks like pretty old now.
Yeah, well, hopefully if it can be, if there's any way to reverse it a little bit, hopefully that will, we can...
Not at all. Sorry.
If it had any sort of magic or magic adjacent style effect on people, hopefully it can be extracted from them. The same way as anything else detrimental of that nature.
Oh, he went with the yellow eye this time.
I don't know. I don't want to know what they're
We would like us to put this. Delivering some branches and leaves and needles in case the pocket.
What do we got here?
Could make any use of it.
Some branches and
branches.
Neat.
There's some applications for it.
Phoenix does.
Is there a place you would like us to put these?
I can gather some of them up, and there's some bags in there. We'll leave.
Of course.
He's delivering
If you would, then
things
please
to the
return the cart
alchemy
back
shop?
to the blacksmithing hut when you are
Do you know where
finished.
he used to put them?
Understood.
I don't. What sort of things are they?
Just branches and that's our gathering.
Sounds...
Elisande?
Yes.
May I speak to you for a moment?
Of course.
I mean, I guess we could use it. I guess.
I'll be back.
You're not in trouble, but it's been brought to my attention that you possess a powder that appears to atrophy things that the gas comes into contact with.
Powder? No. Liquid, yes.
Gas. Liquid.
It volatilizes when it's exposed to the air. It is not on my person right now. It is nowhere within the town. I know where it is, and it is sealed.
Okay. Are you certain that there won't be any problems that come from this? Because I was told that there's some spots that are formed on your leg from it.
Well, that was because it was completely coating it about a month ago when we were dealing with those creatures that we were dealing with, the big like lizard-shaped ones that were spitting things. They were spitting that.
Yes.
Everywhere that you see that is darkened on my leg is where it came in contact, and was subsequently pulled off.
Hey, we got anyone around with ice affinity?
Snowbell was just over there.
I was going to say Snowbell.
Shit. Okay.
As for anything or anyone that was exposed to it, other than myself, because I am now honestly surprised that this leg is still intact, all things considered. It does not seem to be progressing with anybody, but the only way that we are going to potentially reverse anything is by keeping those samples intact now that people know what they are dealing with, because previously I don't think anybody would have had even the remotest of ideas that just opening it would cause something. For instance, the distance from like here to say the wall over there, if that was a bookshelf, when it had first been opened once, just opening it right here caused a book all the way over there to fall off the shelf and just dust. So, under my basic understanding of most materials, I would never have imagined that that would be what would happen. So,
before we go too much further,
yeah, the rest of it is because Luna got very enthusiastic about their testing of it, because whatever it is does not seem to affect them.
That's interesting. I might want a sample of her blood, but
good luck with that.
That being said, as well,
they're connected. They're connected as far as we can tell.
They are. It is a substance that is of the same origin as where they are from. Whatever that place is limited in knowledge, and even they are not very helpful in describing it. Not because they are being avoidant, but because they do not know.
I'm gonna defer you to the guards. Please, if you're going to test this anymore as the head physician, I need you guys to do this in a controlled area.
Oh, trust me, there are some that are aware of this matter, that have been speaking on it. We are still intending to gather all alchemical minds to understand this and potentially have a what's the word? I wouldn't say antidote, but remedy for something like this for the future, because I have a feeling we are not done with the exposure to all of this just because Elk is gone.
Unfortunate thoughts, exactly.
Yeah, especially with them around.
I was just running ideas back and forth, but you probably want to get with Gabi and get some kind of glass kind of headwear.
I have a mask that can be worn, but I don't know if it'll be the same.
If it will rest your assurances any, there is no plan to do anything further with it tonight. I have more analysis to do far away from the town.
Sure.
Got some clams and oyster here, a little bit of muscle.
I was told a little bit about it, but having the glass headwear kind of, or some type of visor of some sort.
Yes, my analysis that I am currently doing,
go very shortly. One moment,
does not require it to be open.
If you find whatever information you get, I would appreciate. I'm an alchemist as well, so this could help me. I need to go speak to the mayor because now the full moon's out and
Yes.
she needs to be
Well-
made aware of it.
Well,
I will defer you to them.
If anything, if or when we get this gathering together, you are more, and if anything, encouraged to be a part of it. It is not a
If I'm
secretive
available,
matter.
I would like to.
Yes, it is not a secretive matter, because it is something that
Probably
affects
should be a little
everybody
bit.
here. Well,
We don't want people to go spreading it too much.
fair
That
enough.
makes sense.
Yes, but at least
I'll leave you to them. I gotta go give it the mayor.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
With them in particular, they were there. They fought these things. They deserve to know. So.
Yeah.
But yes, there, like I
Yeah.
said, no plans to do
Like
anything further
Bean,
tonight.
As an example. However.
Precisely. Yes.
Apparently, they, some of the other guards went out to the camp that they made. That's out by the new cave.
The one that
was wondering
opened up
if you
through
would
the
be-
mountain pass.
Yeah, I was wondering if, while I doubt that there's anything, I was wondering if you'd be willing to take a look, see if there's anything that you might be able to detect.
Right now or later, as part of our overall investigations of other places.
Are you fine with now?
I am fine with now. It's just a question of if it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
it shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. And like worst case, if you do find something, we can get other people to.
Get somebody there to secure it, or we can make sure that it is
Yeah,
secured until we
something.
can safely move it. But yes, I have heard of the existence of this tunnel. I have not seen it for myself yet. I have been in recovery.
Shellfish in particular is my favorite. These guys, crabs, lobsters, stuff like that.
Probably not tonight, but we can.
They're gone from there.
Like one with a lot of experience.
We're going to be focusing on is going to be irrigation.
Okay, I was gonna say it was up there.
Was it actually there? I was having a problem.
Yeah, no, it's
grabbing it.
there. It's just when you spawned it, it spawned like up there and then poured down.
Ah, okay. Did you ping or?
I have not yet.
Okay, I just pinged.
I was going to say, you have a better understanding of what you're actually asking to do, so I'm just here.
I mean, only a little, really.
Well,
it's standard investigation with someone that might be able to detect something. Anyway.
Yes, I
believe this is the quickest way.
It is a way. I cannot say for certain, as I do not know where it is that we are precisely going, other than towards the mountains.
Yeah, I think this is the quickest, at least.
I mean, I am not
If you
in.
don't have to- if
I
you're
am
not
not
going
in any
along
particular
winding.
rushing, so it is not like. If anything, sprinting around everywhere is a quick way to just tire me out to where I can't work as effectively. As I have been every which way after realizing the effective bomb that I had been keeping on my person for the last month. Why couldn't Elk have worked with something like less volatile, like literally anything of this plane? Like at least this plane.
Even the spiritual ones, the elemental ones that we already know about. As far as I know, he's lived for a long time, and he's probably already done what he can, or what he thinks he can, is going to do. Okay, where was the actual entrance?
Further this way. It was, I believe, up this path. Not that I actually know where it
Hi.
is, but if I did, it would
Hi,
be
yes,
up here.
We're going to be doing an investigation in the the camp. I don't expect to find anything, but just in case, I'm bringing the one that possibly knows the most about elk magic stuff.
They're wanting to use Elisande radar.
There it is, yeah.
Yep. Like I said, if I were a cave, this is where I'd put it. I don't know why I would know that, but you know, caves are wild, yo.
Certainly a bit more stable than down there.
I suppose that's like one of the few nice things that they did for us was leave a viable path through the mountains.
Don't have to deal with all of this.
But yes, is this pretty much the extent of the camp here?
I believe so. I was expecting at least a little bit more, but
well, like I said, they weren't expecting to stay
take a quick
here.
check down there.
Alright. I should be able to work in the dark now that I am here. Let us see.
Apparently I can't go. Apparently there's nothing that way.
Understood.
In that direction is Knockmore Canyon.
Yeah, just general investigation.
Smells
Nothing.
like sweaty mercenary.
Still?
Humans were sleeping here. Yeah, still. There's been a lot of airflow here.
They were hella stinky.
Their belongings are still here. Old ale. Some rotten food. That box is full of dried haddock. It's moldy now.
I am not detecting anything distinctly of him. For the most part, I think they were just acting on... The only thing of his that they were acting with was orders.
I figured, but
There's no foul energies here. Everything appears to be mundane.
Yes.
yeah, like I said, I didn't expect to actually find anything, but
It is a good confirmation that there is not some lingering trap that they left out of sheer spite. At least of a magical nature.
Yeah.
Granted, they have certainly left a mess of things here and are absolute slobs. I would say, if anything, we would have more luck with that other passage that was described.
oh, I figured. Like, as far as I know, there is still stuff down there.
Very well. Is there anything hostile / alive down there? Or was there?
I'm going to guess not anymore, but we can't be sure.
I see. I was almost pulled in originally to investigate that area if it is the one I am thinking of, but I was unfortunately short on the amount of time and could not be potentially trapped in a place like that for long. But fortunately, there are people who are now at least familiar with navigating it, which means they can bring me to the places of interest.
Yeah.
And we will see from there what we may find. But the more I work at this, the more I will be able to... My goal is potentially, if there is anything that even has a hint of his presence on it, that I can get to the point of practically being able to almost visualize what he was doing to create that presence. I believe that is the pinnacle of my art, and I am on the cusp of getting that skill down.
Well, I don't know much about magic, but if you can do that, that would be great.
perhaps even wider spread than just elk, but with him in particular. He had a very unique form of handiwork.
I mean, with the little that I know, I can easily believe it. I can easily believe that. Undead, whatever they are.
Creating self-sustaining spells that one can actively, without being the original caster, feed their own life force into it to empower it is impressive in itself. To actively use it as fuel for his other works. It would not surprise me if there were...
maybe not life force specifically, but we sort of had that with the barriers we had around on the gates.
But it would not surprise me with that in mind if there were still lingering remnants of that around, because it was surprisingly stable for something so inherently tied to something so fragile as life. He was certainly a master of his craft. Unfortunately, in all the kinds of ways that are detrimental to anyone around them.
Yeah.
But will that be all for tonight, Amelia?
Yes, thank you.
Very well. I will reconvene with you tomorrow, especially if the gathering of alchemists ends up happening. I believe Vale is working on the logistics of that. I will leave it to you and other members of the guard as to the timing for a revisiting of the catacombs, we can call it.
Yeah, I think earlier in the day would be better. So if we find anything, we might be able to use that knowledge with the alchemists.
Very well. I will make sure that I am free as early as possible. And with that, I bid you a good night. If I do not see you.
As, to introduce myself a bit, I am a reporter,
on the island for attempted to arch some
we shall see
animalistic wisdom.
Which one of you is responsible for this? Because this is beautiful.
Oh, that's me.
I am very fond of this.
It is quite beautiful.
It
Do you need
seems I
me
will
for
have
something?
a little bit, but seems that I will be very much busy throughout the course of the coming nights and days to help investigate the nature of the enigma that I have unwittingly unleashed upon the town with the things that I have left.
Go ahead.
That said, I have one thing that might be of potential interest, and I guess asking for how it feels for you to witness the same. I have been practicing my identification magics with my scanning, and in the process have gotten to where I can reliably identify that essence of void by that very principle that I talked about with you, the ability to identify the absence of something, as that is its signature feeling. Everything of this plane has something to it. To have nothing is in itself something, at least for this purpose. Which leads me to then ask,
this is hurting my brain.
When you are looking at them and you're seeing that essence to them, does it hurt to look at?
No. If anything, it just seems out of place.
I see.
Like it's half of one.
When I
but
tried
not be full.
When I tried to do that, it felt like I was looking into an infinite mirror that kept going deeper and deeper, to the point of almost physically hurting to continue.
I'll be around. I'm sorry, Celine. I'll find you in a minute.
I was wondering if that had ever happened to you, or if that is the nature of the fact that I am trying to identify it through something more inherently requiring my focus.
I think it might be different in your regard. My gift is something that I was born with. It was something that I learned, that I had and trained and developed. The best way I can ever describe it to someone, I see the spirits. I see their energy. I see their true forms when they're out and about.
I see.
In the regard of them, I too see energy. It looks similar, and in fact, the spirit Rays actually said that it looks very similar to dark spirits, to which I agree. But it is not. It's distinctly different.
There is that visible presence of nothing.
Yes. So, in that regard, I can still see them. In fact, I can see Seluna or Luna over there. I can see where they're moving. I can see the trail of the energy they leave behind.
Well, I will simply leave you with this. I imagine you have probably heard whisperings of it, but in the coming days, if tomorrow or the day after, there is likely going to be a gathering of the alchemists. Vale is working on it to try to try to figure out or discuss possibilities of how to address the remaining material in the vials that I have currently stored somewhere secure. You are not an alchemist, but given your unique perspective, shall we say, that you are more than welcome to be there, and I would encourage it even. There may also be an investigation of a place that was a known potential cache or hiding place of his. That is being more headed up by the guards, but my presence has been directly requested with the efficacy of which I have been able to identify his handiwork.
If there is another cache, see if any of those tomes are hidden in them.
Right.
And if they are,
secure
get them.
I will.
Them.
I will say this. Amelia, not the one with the hat, the rabbitkin. She is asking around for if anybody had retrieved notes of these sorts.
She asked me too.
I have not divulged anything that I have
I told
come
her
across.
no as well.
So I leave that to you, but if we do come across the tome, I will have to find some way to not show that I recognize it for what it is.
Assuming that it is the same, it would probably be locked again.
Yes, but they would at least
so,
see that it exists.
True.
I will try my best, because the thing is, if I am able to detect a presence, I do not necessarily have to say where it is. Anyways,
well, if anything,
if we do end up going on that, as they are likely waiting for Tyrion to inform him as captain of guard, I would
talk to Ava and Tyrion and see if I can attend it.
Try to do that.
If I can.
And if so, if I find anything, I can try to nudge you towards it so that you can secret it.
Claim it.
Yes. That is...
I appreciate that.
Very well. I believe that will be... That is all that I have currently worked with. So, I may be retiring for the night and continuing my studies as much as my thoughts can allow it, as examining this stuff is very exhaustive.
Understood.
Honestly,
I appreciate that, Elisande.
I feel like I'm going to have a bad dream about this. It's like you look at something and you just know that it is going to haunt you later.
Let's hope not.
Well, what if it is?
I am going.
Yes. Either way. Rest well if
If you haven't
rest
seen
finds
Thomas,
you.
he's reverted again.
What?
He's over there.
He's What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, what? I thought I fixed that! Why are you this?
No, full moon seemed to still keep a hold on to me.
What the fuck? I thought it
Found out
was...
about it about a month
I
ago.
thought
Are
it...
you aware, dog?
I am...
I've been called that, yes.
I am upset. I thought it was a complete...
dog in the same day?
I thought it was a complete job. Why did I not know that... I am sorry.
I saw a
no,
rabbit
it's fine.
today, too.
Once a night is different than every night.
Okay, as long as it's not
wear bread.
distressing to you. He is not fucking bread. I will not stand for this. He is literally a dog.
On a side note, I have been trying to learn how to control it a little bit more.
try to eat
I'll
you,
give it a
did they?
turn, just not back.
I see. If there are any complications with that, I can try to work on it a bit more,
You know,
but
you
it
do kinda
sounds
look like
like
bread,
that
though.
is, well, a side effect of, how long you were stuck that way.
Well,
Like
I end up getting
if he
stuck
just kind of
again,
like
I will
tilted
let
his
you
head
know.
down and like tucked
Well,
it in.
85%
like, he looks like a
complete
little
job
bit.
is still a passing grade in
Yeah,
most
see,
situations, but,
Perfect form.
yes, 85% complete
form.
job is still passing grade, so
You've clearly
I'm-
practiced this.
Look, before I met you, I wasn't able to speak and I wasn't able to be on two legs. For a long
Question:
time.
which one of those buttons is the
So,
inn? I forgot.
You know what?
The one in the middle.
That one right across.
You know what? I will take that.
the
Anyways,
lantern on it?
I am going to go back to my place.
one.
I'm going to try to do a
Okay.
bit more studying, and I am likely going to have bad dreams of the things
And
I have
who
looked
owns
at
the inn?
because it is
Miss
it's
Mira.
one of those things where you know just looking at it's going to haunt you later. So I'm
I don't
probably
think
going to
I've
be
met her.
suffering.
Oh, that sounds about right.
You might
Oh,
speak
I
I
to
should
looks
like
just
that.
theoretically just put money on the counter.
All for
and
you
just...
guys, though. So it's worth it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. There might be someone
Well,
working
many
the
good
bar.
books, as you know. I'm going to be if you haven't
Otherwise
seen it,
it's
I have
Chester's
quite a few that go through myself.
I will keep that in mind. Besides, the more I work on this, the more leverage maybe I can finally talk to the guild master about something of mine. He has owed me a conversation for over a month. I'd like to take something back.
That sounds a little malicious.
Sounds like drama.
Yeah.
They have something that is somewhat mine, and I'd like to have it back.
Oh, okay.
Good night, Salad.
That makes more sense. Oh, okay. In fact, I think I know what it is.
My name is Elisande.
Okay.
The current point in my life is, I suppose, yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
I love Yuri May and Oblivious. Like the way that they portray the day. I fucking love them. It's so funny. It's so funny to me. I love it.
Find where you are underwater.
Home sweet home, at least. Probably wasn't a good idea to keep these vials on my person and then tell them they weren't on my person, but I don't trust people not to go digging around my stuff. Even if it is in the Vale. I have to keep these close to me at all times. As somebody gets possessive of things that are not theirs.